Into the end zone, jump ball, and it is. Is it caught? Is it caught? Oh my goodness, it's caught! DeAndre Hopkins caught it! He caught it for a touchdown with 1 second left! I can't believe it!
An 81-point game, 55 in the second half.
Heyo.
Hey.
What's good, family?
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
And a Happy New Year.
Guess who's back? Dalton, the Slayer, the Destroyer.
Let's go.
The opinionated man himself.
Yeah, well, I was going to say last podcast wasn't that great, but we're on to new beginnings here. So
Hey, that was Olivia's favorite podcast so far, so
That's
you can hang
Travis's.
your hat. That's my girlfriend. You can hang your hat on that.
Okay, well, I will.
Well, welcome back from our little Christmas, not break, but Christmas week we had here. You guys have good Christmases?
Yeah.
Handle it, Dalton. Go ahead. Start it
Well,
out.
I didn't go home because I had to do Zoom, you know, because my family and in the pandemic. So I did a Zoom Christmas. So it was merry, but
That's all you can ask for.
There it is. Your brother said it was kind of cool that your dad taught you guys how to cook and make a good steak and all that.
That's what I'm saying. My dad, all he does is cook food and try to tell me how to cook food, and I'm like, dude, start a food TikTok. And
That would actually be fire. He would probably be really good.
Literally, it's like he's already doing it. All you got to do is film it. So
That's all Olivia does is look at TikToks. Second time I brought her name up 5 minutes into the show.
She's going to love this
Oh,
one.
yeah, you better listen to this
which one of us needs to say your vows?
I know, right?
Travi, what'd you do, friend?
Well, Christmas Eve. What did I do Christmas Eve? Oh, Molly and Blaze, Olivia's sister, came over. We all kind of spent Christmas Eve together. They got us a couple gifts. That was really cool. Molly got me a picture.
That's Olivia's sister.
That's Olivia's sister. Got me a picture of Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol.
That was dope.
But the Pau Gasol had my face photoshopped over Pau's face. So it looked like me and Kobe were hanging out, which was the coolest gift ever.
That's dope.
That is a great gift, bro.
Yeah, and then we had the boys, obviously. They had a great Christmas. We got Christopher a lightsaber. We got Matt this light-up scooter. Like, they had some cool stuff, and I got a lot of...
No, honestly, the best part of Christmas is getting gifts for the little kids.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure they were really excited, yeah.
Oh, they loved it. Olivia got a nice pair of Ugg boots from me. And
Nice.
then I got this really cool pillow, like kind of like this throw pillow, but it's a picture of Jackie on it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and then she got me a couple cute other things that were really sweet and sentimental.
Travis's dog, Jackie.
Jackie,
We'll
sorry.
fill
Yeah,
you
you're
in
right.
on the people that don't know.
You guys should know by now. What is this, episode 500?
I know, but for Dalty, too.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right. What about you, Dano?
I feel like me and Gabby have a very good routine now. We've been together. This is our 4th Christmas together, so that's really cool. My parents are divorced, so Christmas Eve we do my dad's house. You know, we did that. I got gifts for the little kids, as Dalton mentioned. That's always the best thing. I got my nephew some tech decks, bro.
Oh, those are
Which, great. You're welcome. Let me put you on game a little bit. You don't know what tech decks are. He had no idea, and he loved them. Do you know what tech decks are?
Yeah.
The fingerboards? And
Those
then
were really hot when we were kids.
yeah. And so, like, I bought him 12, and I was like, can I take one of those? Like, I bought them on purpose.
Because you wanted one.
Yeah, I wanted one, kind of. And then on Christmas, we spent it with my mom. We always do, like, a little breakfast for, like, a couple hours. And then she goes to my aunt's house. And then after that, we hung out with Gabby's family. So it was good. I got a sweater that was Lakers. I got a shirt that was Lakers, of course. And then, God, I don't know, probably something else that I'm forgetting. But
I got a Seattle Kraken T-shirt. So shout out to my dad and a shout out to the Seattle Kraken.
that's the new soccer team over there.
No, it's
That's
the
Seattle
new
FC,
hockey team.
The hockey
you.
team. Damn it.
Come
You
on.
told me that, bro. My bad. Did you know that?
Krakens. Sure didn't.
I know.
But you didn't hear me talking, did you?
I blew
Hey,
it.
I guess you heard it here first then.
There you go. Hey, guys, go follow the Seattle Krakens.
That's a lit name.
What about you, Chris? You have a
Chris.
nice Christmas?
Oh,
You got
yeah.
a mic, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, I had a good Christmas. Just spent some time with Priscilla's family. Got some unexpected dope presents from her family. I guess they all know I'm a pothead. So I got like.
There it is.
I thought you were trying to sneakily slide that in there, the dope presents. Like,
So you got a volcano and an ounce of weed. Is what
No,
you're saying.
I got an eighth of weed in a box, and I wound up getting a nice little bong that like has like a cooling chamber to it. So
That's dope.
Dang, that's badass.
That's dope.
cool. Well, we got New Year's coming this week. I'm sure we'll talk about it next Tuesday or Wednesday.
We're going to
We haven't
switch our
decided yet.
day for next week.
For next week, yes, we will. But are you guys ready to get rolling into these sports?
Yes, sir. Let's run it.
Absolutely.
Chris, are you back on the cursor? We don't have a thing in front of us.
Yeah, I am.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank
Daniel was
God.
just too difficult
He's
to
like,
deal with.
Daniel's. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Chris.
Here we go. The rundown. Dan, you want to run it?
I shall run it. Rundown is we got our pick'em results from last week. I hope to God Travis has those in his back pocket.
Chris does.
Oh, Chris.
We have a producer who's on
my
top of it,
God,
dude.
Chris, thank you so much, bro. Shout out to Chris at Copy and Steal. Copy and for Dan sign steal at gmail.com. That is correct. Hit him up if you need anything. And then NFL Week 16 recap. There's a lot of good games last week and a lot of playoff implications that are still coming down to this week. Travis's top 10, always a fan favorite. NFL Pick'em, so we'll get
Our
Dalton in.
favorite.
Hey, I'm a fan favorite of Travis's pick. I'm actually, if there's, I should tune into the podcast more because you guys have amazing content.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, Travis's top 10 is definitely one of my favorites. So
There you go. Well,
There it is.
Got some
I
good
see
ones.
no lies.
And then Aaron's MVPs, we're going to call Aaron. He's out, by the way. We didn't even say
talk
that.
about that.
Aaron's just feeling a little sick, so, we're going to make sure to let him quarantine. And when he gets his test, I'm sure he's okay, but he's just a little sick today. NBA recap. Obviously, the NBA season started. We had our Christmas games. Lakers look great. We'll get into that, though. NBA look ahead, and then a little Wago. Travis has a game for us at the end, and we'll round it all out.
Fun.
All right. Good
Chris.
stuff. Chris, on to the first one.
Ooh.
Oh, God, what's going on here? Okay.
The whole right side won.
The whole
basically.
right side.
Whoa, Travis, first of all, we should just start with you picked the Rams over the Seahawks.
I did.
Can we
You know
start,
what?
Can we start there?
So
No,
did
we'll
I.
get there. We'll get there.
Oh, sure,
First
we'll
game,
get
though,
there, yeah.
Broncos at Chargers.
Let's go. Oh, and it was by 3,
It was
bro.
by 3. We all got that one. Me, Dan, and Aaron.
Man, normally it's 3.5, so that's kind of bizarre that they did
Yeah, they
minus
do.
3.
They usually do halves, but I guess
Whatever.
they figured the Chargers would blow it somehow. Anything to say on this?
Let's not, because we'll just do it on the recap.
Fair deal. Second game, Colts at Steelers. I was the only one who got this correct. I picked the Steelers over the Colts.
Boy.
So I am 2-0. Dan is 1 and
1.
and Aaron is 1-1.
Yep.
Sorry, that was difficult to do in my head for some reason.
No worries.
The LA Rams lost badly to the old Seattle Seahawks.
Man.
Aaron was the only one who got that one correct.
So you guys are both 2-1, and
So
I'm
we're
1
both
and
2
2.
and 1.
Okay.
Yep. Last one,
Oh, God.
Titans
Aaron
at
won.
Packers.
Great.
Aaron got that one by a mile, so Aaron's up 3-1, and me and Dan got it wrong.
Man.
And to wrap it all up, Vikings at Saints. Your boy is the only one who picked the Vikings, and that was a bad decision.
Bro, shout out Aaron for being 4-1.
Yeah,
Me and
good
you
for
were
him.
both 2
and he
and
just
3.
won the fantasy.
I
He won
feel
our
like-
league.
Oh, what a dick.
Aaron won our
I'm so
fantasy
mad.
league last week.
I won both of my consolation games. I was like 14 and 2. Both losses to Aaron. How annoying is that?
That sucks. That's the worst.
Aaron, I hate you.
I'd
and I
rather
love
go
you.
2-14 and don't
and,
only
and
2
beat
wins
Aaron.
beating Aaron.
That's facts. 100%.
All right. Well,
We don't know anything.
Aaron won this one. Good for you. I'm glad he's not here to reap the benefits. We're not going to talk about his fantasy win or his wonderful week of betting at
Yeah.
all ever again. It's
Yep.
just
Next.
week 16 recap.
Ooh, I like the scores that are up there. That's a
Yeah,
good little-
first one.
good
All right,
graphic.
our timer started. Oh, dude, our timer's already at like 1010 or 110.
What does it start at? Okay, it's still going. It's all good, though.
Yeah, we'll just make it quickies.
Oh, hey-oh.
Reset. There we go.
First game was the Vikings at Saints.
50 burger.
Yeah, the Saints hung 52. Alvin Kamara had 6 touchdowns, which he tied for the record of running back touchdowns for 6 since somebody from 1929 who I didn't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that game?
Well, the Vikings are not that good, which is what I thought, and the Saints aren't as good as I thought. I mean, they played physical. Alvin
The
Kamara.
Vikings are basically. I mean, we think that they should. I feel like the Vikings are what you said originally about like the Raiders. We don't know what we're going to get out of them. They have a great lineup, like they do great things, and all of a sudden it's kind of like okay, well, but in this case to the Saints, it's like Saints ended up winning, but the Vikings defense didn't really hold up the battle. But at the end of the day, Alvin Kamara is a freak show. So
Yeah, he is.
Look at that, 0 punts. New Orleans did not.
Oh,
punt the ball
my
that's
one time.
ridiculous.
I know they put up 52 on them, but like not once, like at the end of the game or anything. Almost 600 total yards. Just a nightmare for the Vikings. They just wrecked them.
They had a lot of injuries, and I mean the Vikings did, but they're older, and I don't think you can attribute that to their quarterback, who I'm drawing a blank. The Vikings. Yeah, Kirk Cousins. I
Kirk
think he did
Cousins, yeah.
fine, but how can you hang with 52 and 6 touchdowns out of your running back? But that's enough for that game. Yeah.
Yeah, Saints hitting that stride hard.
All
Next
right,
game.
Next one.
Saints are just if they get a quarterback, then they should win the Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, this game is rough, too.
Ooh.
Tampa Bay 47 against Detroit 7.
Why didn't we do this one on the pick'em?
Oh, yeah.
This would have been a good one, bro.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
Tom Brady had 328 passing yards in the first half with 4 touchdowns.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Detroit looks like Detroit out there, losing by 40.
When you come into a game and you're supposed to win it, well, good players dominate it, and that's exactly what Tom Brady did. Basically played flawless. If I'm not mistaken, he had 4 touchdowns. It was over 300 yards, and basically I think he missed
In the first
7.
half alone.
Yeah,
That's
I think he missed 7 passes. That's what you're supposed to do if you're a good player playing a bad team. So, yes, they had their coaches out, but that's pretty much what you do if you're a really, really good player, and that's what Tom Brady is. So,
Yeah.
Anything on this one, Dan?
No, senor. I think it was, no one wants to hear about this one.
All right, next. We got 49ers beating the Cardinals 20-12.
I got things to say, but
All right, let's start it off then.
well, I want to hear your perspective.
My perspective is maybe Kyler's not as good as we thought.
There it is. That's music to my ears. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, Cliff Kingsbury has that air raid offense. Kyler Murray is specialtied in that air raid offense for the longest time. I mean, he's still Kyler has 13 rushing touchdowns on the season plus like 25. His stats are all there, I feel like, but there's just something missing with the efficiency of the offense.
exactly.
It tends to stall. It tends to be kind of predictable at times. You can only throw so many 5-yard out screens and like little bubble things. Like it just gets worn out quick.
You can basically do a lot of things to avoid your quarterback throwing the ball down the field, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes. And another thing about this offense is I want to talk about it a little bit later once we get to the Chiefs game. We'll talk about that when we get there. But for now, I'm going to leave it on the cliffhanger for that. Dan, your turn. Lay into us.
I think that I've been saying this. I think I've said that Kyler Murray's cute, but we'll see what happens in the playoffs. You know, they're on jeopardy of not making it. I think if they do make the playoffs, they're not going to make any noise at all and probably never win a playoff game for a few years. I don't believe in this kind of offense. I really don't. I think that it makes your defense get very, very tired because all you're doing is throwing the ball around, and if you get stopped, well, there's a lot of fucking time on the clock, and that just really sucks for a defense. And, yeah, man, I don't believe in Kyler Murray, so I'm glad that this is happening. Sorry to be a hater.
Arizona went for it on 4th down 6 times.
I think that the reason why the 49ers won is
crazy.
because that is a crazy stat.
CJ Beathard, bro, out of Iowa, 3rd-string quarterback pulling through. Let's go for the Niners.
Yeah, that is. And I was just going to say, with the 49ers, they have amazing coaching. So.
Yeah,
Dude, they do. They beat the Rams.
Kyle Shanahan and
I mean,
Robert Saleh.
It's a perfect example of, like, a bad team with injuries. It's like, why are they the ones that are kind of, winning games? It's because they have really good coaching, and that's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, San Francisco's a good organization. They're not going to go the route of the Jaguars or the Lions and just tank away the season. Like, they're going to fight. They're going to do their thing, and they're going to get games that build momentum going into next year.
I saw your tweet about that. You should touch on that later.
You should like it.
Okay. Well, I just saw it, and I just noticed it, and I commented, so that's better.
You
right?
did?
Right now.
Oh, okay.
Like a physical
I thought you
comment.
commented on the
A
Twitter.
physical comment.
All right, we're good on this one, Chris.
Next one.
This was a doozy.
This was, first of all, shout out to Myles Gaskin. I am from the Seattle area, Bellevue to be specific, and Myles Gaskin played at O'Day High School, so we have to shout him out right away. Very good running back, just really smart and just amazing. So,
Did anyone watch this game full? I heard the Raiders blew it on something. I don't know.
I didn't see the ending. I don't really know exactly what happened, but what I do know that happened is they did another Wally Pipp at quarterback. Tua came
Fitzpatrick,
out.
yeah.
Fitzpatrick came
Was that
in
due to
again.
injury or just because
No, they just pulled him.
and that's
Dude,
what I thought.
that's
What I thought. They pulled him again, and I don't know why the coach just comes in and says, "You know what? He's our starter for next week." Why is he your starter for next week? Isn't this the second time that Fitzmagic has come in and I mean this
to rescue? Yeah, this
to
Raiders.
rescue and the no look throw? I mean, shout out to Fitzmagic.
He's dope.
What a beast! Yeah.
But the thing with that whole situation is Brian Flores clearly hasn't lost the locker room. This team is 10-5. This team goes out there and works their ass off every single game. And you know what? Tua is getting pulled out. If it didn't work, there would be problems, but it keeps working.
Yeah.
Every time they pull him out and have Fitzpatrick come in, it kind of works. So it's a weird situation where, like, Tua can't really get mad. He didn't really have OTAs. He didn't have an offseason. He was injured. He didn't have a preseason. He didn't have all the things a normal rookie quarterback would have. So in certain situations, I think Brian Flores is trying to protect Tua Tagovailoa, a little bit unconventionally, but it's working.
And he's been on the other side of that, Tua. Remember when he was at Alabama and they had
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, bro, who was in the national championship game, and then at halftime they put Tua in and he won the game. So it's like you've been there too, bro, on the other side. And anyways, I think the Raiders were at like the 20-yard line. They decided to run the ball or something, in order to get closer for a field goal. And something happened. They coughed the ball up. I'm not really sure, and they didn't get the field goal. Something like that.
Well, I mean, just to finish on everything, I mean, hey, John Gruden, like, you just got, eliminated from the playoffs. Next year is basically your year, so you better either make the playoffs or I guess you're a bust, and that contract is a bust.
Yeah, because it's been 3 years. Like,
well, dude, I mean, I see the Raiders digressing. I see the Chargers progressing. So, and then obviously you got the Chiefs at the top of the AFC West. So Raiders really ain't going nowhere, bro, and that sucks.
I think Denver's a little bit of a dumpster fire, so at least they can hang their hat on that.
There it is. So they'll be 3rd out of 4. All right, next one.
New York Giants at the Ravens. Giants lose 13-27 in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, they're back at 10-5. They're right there. They're one of the 10 teams that don't know whether or not they're going to be in the playoffs. There are 10 teams right now that don't know.
The Giants don't know?
The Giants or the Ravens.
Well, yeah, but the Giants control their own destiny. Like,
no, the Redskins do. The Redskins do.
Really?
If the Redskins
football team.
If the Redskins win,
football team.
Oh God, dang it!
The
Sorry.
football team.
Can you stop being so offensive, please?
I know, right? If the pro football team wins, then the Giants are out. The Washington
football team. Stop.
The football team, the
Hey.
pro football team.
Have some respect. It's 2020.
Sorry, guys. Jeez. Sorry to offend.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson's kind of looking good again. Like, I feel like he's throwing the ball well from in the pocket. He's obviously doing his thing on the ground. The defense is not playing spectacular, but they're playing well. And Daniel Jones has been limited offensively or mobility-wise.
I don't think he played, right?
He can't move. He's a sitting duck back there.
Did he play?
He played. Yeah. He's got a bad hammy, and he got sacked 6 times. Like, he's just
Wow.
That's what a sitting duck is. A bad hammy, some guy gets sacked 6 times in
yeah.
one
That's
game.
exactly it. I'm good on this one though. You guys got anything else?
I'm good on this one, too.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. Ooh, the game of the week. The New York Jets defeating the Cleveland Browns. This is a game I wanted to talk about a lot.
Well, the Browns were without 4 wide receivers and a linebacker.
There were
Two
two
offensive
offensive
linemen.
I just don't think that would excuse Russell Wilson from not winning this game. I think Russell would win this game, and Baker Mayfield clearly. I don't think. Nah,
Well, come on, bro. Like
he's not Russell Wilson, but
not even
we
close.
can see
He's
why
not
the game
even-
was lost, though, right? Can we
Bro,
all
he's
see
not
why
even. He's not even.
because you're
Ryan.
not. Yeah,
Baker Mayfield isn't even Ryan Tannehill, bro. Like, so let's not give him credit. And that's not no disrespect. Tannehill's actually been good, but anyways, I mean, look, yeah, you had 4 receivers out, 2 of your O linemen. I don't want to badger them too much. I think that their scheming was a little bit strange to me. They ran the ball 15 times total when they've leaned on their running game this whole year, and 4 receivers are out. So that was a little weird. I do understand that the Jets loaded the box, but I think with time, if you give them 20, 25 carries, you can wear that box down, and that'll open up the play action for Mayfield. So just a weird scheme overall, and it is a shame the Browns lost that one. It's very strange.
I'm not entirely shocked, like you guys said, with all the COVID stuff and the guys missing. And then on top of that, their flight got delayed 4 hours in the middle of the night going down.
Yeah,
there
it
was just
sucks.
a million things that went wrong. I don't want to give them like an out and say like, oh, it's
Yeah.
okay. Like, you guys deserve to lose. You shouldn't have lost that game. It's okay. I don't know. It's just I'm not hurting them too much on this one because I think the Jets are high as a kite right now, coming off that win, beating the Raiders.
No, the Rams, right?
Oh, yeah.
the
Rams.
Rams, right? They almost
yeah.
beat the Raiders. They beat a playoff team, and they beat another playoff team, and they're playing the Patriots next week. And I'll bet anything that they're going to win that game.
Well, the Browns have to win next week, right?
No, yeah, the Browns have to win, and the Jets. I mean, they're already locked in the 2 spot. I bet they play the Patriots, and I'm guaranteeing that they win that game. They're going to be 3-13 after going 0-13. They're going to have nice momentum going into next year, and Sam Darnold's going to stay.
Well, Adam Gase will not
Ye-
stay.
yeah.
No,
I
he
agree with
will
that.
not.
So that's that. All right, next Wago. What do we got?
Ooh, Chicago. Hey,
I got a
fun
lot
f-
of things to say on this too, but
They had 41 points.
Just so you guys know, if the Bears win next week, or if the Cardinals just lose, the Bears make the playoffs.
okay.
They were sitting at 5-1.
Wait, if who
You know who
loses?
they're playing, right?
Who, the Bears? Yeah, they're playing the Packers.
Yep.
The Bears lost 6 games in a row
Yeah,
this
they,
season.
they did.
And they are one game. They can win one game and make the playoffs. They can even lose and make the playoffs if the Cardinals blow it.
That's
If
like
the Cardinals blow it, they make the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah. So they don't even have to
Who are
win.
the Cardinals playing?
The Rams. If the Rams win, they're in.
And if the
then there's
Bears,
two
if,
wild cards.
if
So
the
the
Bears
Bears-
beat Green Bay, that's huge for the Seahawks. Shout out Seahawks.
One of the two wild card, or one
Wait.
of two of the three wild cards. There's
Hold
three wild
on.
cards this year. Remember,
Yeah, but are you
one of
sure?
them would be the Rams, and one of them would be the Bears.
So, oh man, I thought the Bears had to win.
And then one of them will be Tampa Bay is going to be a wild card,
Yeah.
and then Seattle's going to win the division. And then if the Rams win,
We already did win the division.
If the
Yeah,
Rams
Seattle
win,
won.
If the Rams win, they'll be the wild card, and if the Bears win, they'll be the wild card.
And if Seattle wins and the Packers lose to the Bears, then Seattle's the 1 seed and gets the first round bye and home field all throughout.
Yeah,
Okay. My initial thoughts on this Bears game, yes, the Jaguars are absolutely tanking, so I don't see why this is impressive. Look, a lot of people are saying Trubisky's on a good trajectory. I think so too. I heard something when he was sitting out. He said, it was just a really good quote by Trubisky that showed a lot of mental fortitude. Is that a good term to use?
a lot of character.
remorse.
A lot. No. He's like, you know what? Look, like it's frustrating to sit back row, but I understand. And like just the quote he said, it was actually very respectable. Anyways, he has run up on in the last 4 games, including they've won 3 in a row now, and then the
3 in a row,
the
yes.
fourth one was against the Lions, who they lost to. He's ran up against the 32nd, the 31st, the 30th, and the 29th ranked defenses. Those are the 4 dead last, just in case you're wondering. So am I impressed with what Trubisky's doing? Not tremendously. I think that they have a very tough decision. I mean, he's won damn near every game he's played this year, he's actually won. You know, they took him out for Nick Foles, and Nick Foles did bad, lost 6 in a row. They put him back in. I mean, he's winning somehow, bro, but like, I don't know. It's been 4 years now full. What do you do with that guy?
it's a tough one. I mean, I don't think that he's worth holding on to, like significant.
They
amount of
declined
time.
his 5th-year
Yep, he's
option.
not
Keep
gonna-
that in mind.
Yep. So they would have to re-sign him or franchise tag him, which would cost a lot of money. It
$27 million on the cap,
it
and
just
the
doesn't-
cap is going down next year.
It just doesn't seem like something that you would bring back because he's not good enough to want to waste that money on him. Like, so in my opinion, you move on. You look to the draft, you look for free agency. There's going to be a lot of quarterbacks that move on from where they're at.
I know. God, that sucks. Tough situation. All right, Dalton, you good on that one?
Yeah, I'm good on that one.
Okay, fair enough. Next one, Chris.
Chiefs at Falcons.
Oh, that was a strange one.
Well, it's another game where the Falcons were winning, and then, of course, the Chiefs weren't playing great, but they have Patrick Mahomes, and he comes in and wins. Go figure.
yeah, facts.
Yeah, this is just a game where Chiefs kind of coasted. They were down for a little bit. Pat didn't have his best game, but they just won because they're the Chiefs. They've been coasting. I feel like they've been coasting for 2 months. Like they know they're good. And I think what I wanted to talk about a little bit earlier with the Cardinals is all the new little things that the Chiefs keep doing offensively, right? Like those stupid screen or wider passes to Patrick Mahomes out of the backfield and stuff, and they're flipping stuff, how they do the flips all the
Always.
time.
In the
Like,
goal line, they always do that.
yeah, they're doing all this different stuff. And I think that has a big part to do with Andy Reid realizing that you can't just keep throwing out the same crap. And that's what the Cardinals do. The Cardinals have the air raid offense, and they're just going to run that same exact offense until the cows come home, and they're going to get figured out. Andy Reid even knows that. We have to change it up. We have to keep evolving because we can't stay stagnant. And I think that's just a testament to this fantastic head coach, this great organization, the amazing talent that Patrick Mahomes is.
I know.
I just think that it just shows how smart they are. Like they're literally screwing around trying new shit. And
Yeah.
they're still 14-1.
I'm sure that's what they were doing this game. It's
Yeah.
like, well, let's see what we can get away with here, And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I mean, I think nothing to say about the Chiefs, but as far as the Falcons, they're very much like the Chargers. They have a good amount of talent. I think Matt Ryan's really, really good. But they're just not a winning franchise, and they always find a way to lose a game, just like the Chargers, and it sucks for them. But hopefully they can get a new coach in there. They fired their dude mid-season, right?
yeah,
Or am I
Mike
tripping?
Smith. Excuse me, Mike Smith or
Mike
Dan
Smith.
Quinn or whichever one it was.
One of those guys. So hopefully they can get it squared away and get a good coach and start building that franchise up again. All right, next one. Man, we're kind of staying under with all these. I'm impressed. Bengals at Texans.
Jesus.
I didn't even know that the Bengals won, and I could skip it if you guys can. What do you think?
Well, first of all, J.J. Watt
Yeah,
was...
did you hear his rant?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude, J.J.
Oh,
Watt
did
was
I
like
miss it?
spitting facts. He's like, bro, this isn't even about, like we are really, really bad, but care about the fans, and like this is embarrassing. Is basically what JJ Watt was saying.
He's saying that a lot of guys on the team aren't even trying. He's like, we get paid millions of dollars to play a game. You have guys going out there half-assing. It's bullshit.
And when you're JJ Watt and you work your ass off and you're out there dominating and you have everybody else on that field that's just sucking, obviously, like I'd be like, you guys are horrible. So.
I'm gonna look up when his contract's up while we're doing this.
I think he'll be released at the end of the year. He won't be back next year.
Based on that comment,
Based off of everything, like literally, their only two players that are good are J.J. Watt and Deshaun Watson. Like that's all they have. Like what are they gonna do with a 31-year-old J.J. Watt next year? They're gonna move on. They're gonna
and J.J. Watt will be a very nice contribution to any team. Bro, he can play
Chargers.
that'd be dope.
If you had J.J. Watt and Joey Bosa on the same D line, that would be lethal.
Not too shabby.
It'd be insane.
And Cincinnati winning themselves out of Penei Sewell, the left tackle out of Oregon, but good for them. Build momentum going into next year. I've always been about that. Don't tank. That never
I think
works.
the Jets should draft him.
I think the Jets should draft him as well.
Because
I don't think the Jets should draft a quarterback. I think that they're
a left tackle. We're saying the Oregon tackle.
Yeah, okay, good.
And by the way, they have a left tackle, but you can move things around and grab
pieces.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
Mekhi Becton is one of the
Yes.
the greatest prospects. He's 6'7". He came out at 20 years old, a little young, a little raw, huge, 340 pounds, could run
He's
like
very
a deer.
good.
Wait, what college did he come out of?
I can't remember. It's
That
like
guy's massive.
he's huge. And then Penei Sewell is supposed to be the best. Like
He's from
tackle.
Oregon.
He's from Oregon. He's supposed to be the best tackle prospect in like generations.
Yeah.
No, so
and they're all in the Chargers?
no,
they're just
that's
Oregon.
he's going to be like
talking
a
about the
top
Jets.
draft pick this year.
Okay.
And
We're
I'm
saying
saying-
the Jets
My
should.
bad.
and I'm saying like if you get him and you have two of like 20-year-old phenomenal talented tackles.
Yes.
Name me one team with a good offensive line that doesn't have 10 wins right now.
That'll be
Couldn't do it.
yeah, no, you're right. That'll be the best offensive line if they draft that dude out of Oregon because they have some
that
real
guy's-
good
that guy's a
talent, bro.
freak. Yeah, that guy's a freak.
But they have like 3 good O linemen. They just need that 4th dude to put them over. And their receiving core has been healthy for all of guess how many games?
Tell me.
3 games, and they barely lost to the Raiders, and then they won 2 in a row. So there you go. They're fine on receiving core. Just get that O line together. Sam Darnold is enough. You know,
Not to mention they have the or the Seahawks first round pick this year because they traded for Jamal Adams.
Gotcha.
Go get a wide receiver.
I know. Just get one more, bro.
Hey, and we'll do it again and again and again to
Yeah.
get Jamal Adams,
Yeah.
okay? So
Facts. Dalton's a Seahawks fan, guys, just in case you were wondering.
I know we're talking about the Jets with no Bengals.
No, not a bad thing. All right, next one.
We're ready, Chris.
I said shout out.
Oh, shut up. All right.
Colts at Steelers. Steelers were down big time for this game for about 2
21
hours.
to
it
3,
seems like.
right?
Yeah, 17 points.
Well, first of
Or
all, the
20 to 3 or whatever.
Oh,
The
20
Colts played like they should. Like, of course, they're in the game. Of course, like, Phillip Rivers has, like, a good game to begin with or whatever you want to do. Like, of course, it's a very Colt-like game. And then, of course, like, the Steelers, like, you have a really good receiving core. You have a best defense in the league.
when they're healthy.
And
right?
when you have Ben Roethlisberger, who is a Hall of Famer, who is capable of coming back and winning games like he did, it's just a perfect example of, like, they are better than the Colts. And basically, Ben Roethlisberger is better than Phillip Rivers, and the defense on the Colts or on the Steelers is amazing. And then Mike Tomlin is amazing. So, yeah, the Colts jumped out right away. I would have been very surprised if the Steelers didn't come back and win like they did. I mean, I would be very surprised. And also, they've had a really hard last couple weeks as far as, like, games
3
are
losses.
concerned. Yeah, exactly. So they've had, like, everything's been compressed for them. So I'm not really, as a fan watching, it's like I kind of expected something like that to happen. And yeah, so the Steelers are a good team, is my conclusion. So
Gotcha.
Well, where I'm at with it, the Steelers had 20 rushing yards this game. That ain't going to work in the playoffs. Like, it ain't. Like,
They've been-
especially-
no,
they've
it will
been-
not. It will not.
Like, they want to throw the ball around, that's great, but they're not going to be able to hang with Patrick Mahomes if the Patrick Mahomes was throwing the ball around.
Dude, that's like the last 5 weeks. They've been very suspect.
Yeah, like
but
this,
go ahead.
I just think that you beat the Colts. You know, the Colts are a good team. They're not a great team. You were down 17 points, and the Colts,
the Colts are a good team,
they're
though.
a good team, but they're not like, I don't think
they're 10-5.
I think their chances of winning the Super Bowl are 0.
Oh, of course. I'm just saying, like, they're not
Yeah.
someone I'd like the Seahawks to, like, play.
I just
I hope they win the Super
You
Bowl.
know what I mean?
Yeah. My boy Phil, I really do.
that'd be great.
That's
but
who I pick.
I want Alex Smith in the old football team to win it.
God, that'd be filthy, huh?
That'd
Yeah.
be
Wouldn't that be
would
crazy?
crazy. If
They
he
would
did.
make a 30 for 30.
That would-
on
that
that.
would-
Oh, they
hey.
already, Alex Smith has 2 30 for
And you
30s.
know
How
what?
many
And
guys
you-
out there have 2 30 for 30s?
Hey, and
Not
to be
many.
honest, if Alex Smith won, that would be some Joe Flacco shit.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Best playoff performance since Jay Flacco, bro.
All right, well, Dan, you got anything else on this?
I don't. I was sad to see the Colts lose. I thought they were going to get the dub. I was golfing. I mean, that's why I don't have much opinion.
Yeah, you were probably watching the scoring updates. I was watching it live.
I golfed starting at 10:30. My tee time was at 10:30. I got on the course at 11, and I was done by like 4:30. So that is a 6-hour day. It was really, really long, and I missed a lot of football. But I watched the highlights, so there we go. Next game.
Speaking of the football team, kind of a rough one here, losing to the Carolina Panthers 20-13, which sucks because
They would have locked it up, right?
they would have locked it up. But
Wait, yeah.
the main thing about this game, though, that we want to talk about is Dwayne Haskins, right? And that whole deal.
Sure, yeah.
I don't think there's much else to talk about at this game.
Yeah.
I mean, Dwayne Haskins got released today, rightfully so.
Who was starting at quarterback for the Panthers? Was it still
It should be still Teddy Bridgewater.
No, but how about for the Redskins? Was it Dwayne?
Redskins, it was Dwayne, and then he got benched for
The third stringer.
the weird guys.
Do you think? Wait, really quickly. So the quarterback of the Panthers, is he Bridgewater? Are they gonna? Is he on a 1 year? Like, what's his situation?
He's got a 3-year
because he
deal.
seems to play good, but they're 5-10, so it's not good enough. So it's like, are they keeping him around, or what's their situation on?
They just signed him to a 3-year deal. They're probably
Okay,
going to
all
have
right,
a
yeah.
top 7 or 8 pick, and I'm sure they're going to draft a guy and have Teddy be the mentor, the bridge guy.
That's good. Yeah,
Bridge
no,
is
no,
going to
yeah.
be the bridge.
And they could still play, and they could still maybe they draft a few of the people within that 3-year span. So I think that I wouldn't, as a Panther fan, I'd kind of like how they did re-sign Bridgewater, and they might stack their lineup. But
I think if that Ohio State quarterback, who by the way, I don't,
Dwayne Haskins,
no,
Justin Fields?
Justin Fields, the current Ohio State quarterback. I think if he falls to 7, which seems very likely to me, and by the
Yeah.
way, I'm not, do I think he's going to be good in the NFL? No, but neither did I think Dwayne Haskins was,
Yeah.
and they drafted him. I think
Dwayne
if
Haskins
he does,
was bad. He was. Bad.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he's be good. So if he falls to 7, I think they do pick him up to be the bridge guy. So Teddy will be the bridge guy for him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of guys are putting Zach Wilson, the BYU guy, up as the number 2 quarterback now.
Oh,
Justin
yeah.
Fields isn't necessarily the Sherlock number 2, but it's interesting to see what happens. I could see him going to either of these teams.
Okay, we're good on that one. Man, we're good on our time too. Hey-o.
It's because I'm not absolutely blacked. That's why we're good on our time. I feel like last time we were bad on our time.
Probably.
I've only been on one episode.
Next one. My favorite, Travis's favorite, the Broncos at the Chargers. Chargers squeak one out in 1916.
Can I start off by saying,
Yes.
and then you guys can go. So, and this is just a little side story. I looked at a photograph of Justin Herbert for whatever reason. I was like, if he's the starting quarterback of Oregon right now, and I just remember, I was like, he's probably a very good prospect and just like doing really well. And, and then he goes in the draft and just like looking at the guy, it's like, I wouldn't see why. He is more impressive than like a Josh Allen right now. I mean, the guy is throwing the ball and playing the position of quarterback. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, Justin Herbert, if you keep up what you did this year, you clean house, you get new coaches, we're starting to talk about you as a top 5 quarterback. I mean, that's how good you are. And so, yeah.
If you were like, that's great. I love that because, like, from the outside looking in, that's how you feel. Obviously, me and Travis can be biased, but I think as Charger fans, we really try not to. Like, we're actually very, like, almost the opposite of bias. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, we're harder on our team.
We're harder on our team in some ways, but, like, if you were to this year, like, what
If you were to watch every one of his games,
Well,
like
yeah.
Charger fans have,
Yeah, we have. But
then you'd be like, wow, this guy is very, very good.
if you were to like put him like in a position like a ranking for this year as far as quarterbacks, like where would he be? Just based on one season, bro.
Damn. I mean, if he played the first 2
You got
games,
you
then
got
he'd probably
hey,
be at the top of the list.
You got Mahomes and A-Rod.
Oh God, okay.
That's irreplaceable. And then Russell
Mahomes,
Wilson.
A-Rod, Russell's
Okay.
better. I
Okay.
don't know. I mean,
Yes, of course. And then
and him.
I know.
Like,
it's-
but I mean,
not really
the
a
only
stretch to
reason
say that.
why the stats aren't better than Josh Allen's is because he missed the first 2. But right now, it's like I'm looking at Josh Allen. I'm like, I wouldn't want the Seahawks to play like Justin Herbert with a good coaching staff. Like Justin Herbert. Like, I mean, that's my comments are wow. As a fan, wow. You look really, really good. You're making throws that a lot of people aren't making. It's crazy. So,
Travi?
Yeah, I mean he only missed the first game. He started the second game, but
He
just broke
was
the-
it halfway?
No, the whole time.
he missed the first game and then he started the second.
Tyrod.
And then Justin Herbert was obviously had such a spectacular year. He had 3 rushing touchdowns this season. He's got 28, broke the rookie record. No running game all year. Never once had over a 100-yard rusher on the team. Keenan Allen didn't play this game. Mike Williams only had 4 catches, and he still put up over 250 yards and had a tutty and won the game with guys like Tyron Johnson and Jalen Guyton and
That's
KJ
what I was
Hill.
telling Dalton. God, it's crazy.
Like you talk about all these quarterbacks that are great with just
talent.
with no talent. Like Aaron Rodgers, we always talk about outside of Devontae Adams, who's got Salar and Tony or whatever the hell these guys' names are.
Yeah.
And then we got, Drew Brees, who's consistently let it up with guys that, like, he's almost made more than himself. And obviously Russell Wilson has also had such a thin cast around him and been able to perform.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's kind of proven that even at 22 years old, he can do that as well. I mean, he's obviously made a lot of rookie mistakes, which is fine because he is a rookie.
He's a fucking rookie.
But he showed so much promise in this team. Like, they have so much.
It was so clearly, from an outside perspective, it was so clearly the coaching.
Oh, yeah, it's the coaching. We've been talking about that all year.
Yeah, Travis has
Anthony Lynn.
bashed the Chargers,
Anthony
which is
Lynn's
great.
I've told Daniel multiple occasions, he threw a garbage time interception. As a fan, I'd be like, that's great. He's not going to do that next year if we clean house correctly.
Yeah, we get the right coordinator in, the right guru, and whispers of Urban Meyer coming back.
I've heard
coming
that.
to the
Wow.
NFL.
As a head coach?
Yes, the ultimate leader of men. At Ohio State, he would have his entire
Is
coaching
he still
staff.
is he the head coach of
not
No,
working.
What?
No, it's because
Who's the head coach of Ohio State?
Scandals.
Urban
bro.
Meyer's been out for about 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
There's always just scandals.
So
Remember it was-
Urban Meyer has not coached in the last 2 years?
no,
He
he's
has-
yeah.
been working in the media, but that'd be
Oh.
an awesome pickup for them. And
gotta be nice.
For who, for what team?
the Chargers.
Chargers. Okay, yeah, that'd be huge. Yeah.
I mean, rather I'd get Bieniemy first. Obviously, you would too, Trav. And then,
I think
and
I'd
then-
take Urban Meyer.
Yeah,
I would
I mean,
take
the
Urban
ultimate-
Meyer for
it might be
recruiting, draft. I don't know. I just kind of.
Well, I mean, Urban Meyer, what he specializes in, quarterback guru. He's a guy who's gotten Dwayne Haskins to be a top 10 pick.
He's the
or
guy that's
whatever.
made. I mean, Ohio State out of any other college, it's like, wow, we could go Terrell Pryor, Haskins. We have Jalen Hurts, and then who else do we have? And then who's the other one?
Hurts went to Alabama.
JT Barrett. It's like there's but Hurts was never on.
No, he was on Alabama and then he went to Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, come
think-
on,
yeah,
Ohio
yeah.
State. The list goes on.
Yeah, and he's just the ultimate leader and
Yeah.
man. And like I've listened to him a lot of the podcasts. He talks about it, and I think
And
that
that's
he would be great
that's
for
a
this team.
college coach type, like a Pete Carroll's, like a leader of men, right? Is he the best at scheme, or is he a really good culture guy? And that goes a long way. I mean, you look at a Pete Carroll, culture guy,
Yeah.
which is some of these Urban Meyer,
Dude.
Dabo Swain, culture guys.
Dude,
I feel
as the
like.
head coach, being a culture guy is absolutely fine because
Huge, yeah.
you can lean on your
Mike
own
Tomlin's a culture guy.
yeah, and you just exactly
Absolutely.
Oh, bro, he's so
absolutely.
That's a good call. It's like if
So
you're
is
a-
Sean Payton. I feel like.
No, Sean Payton's a guru.
No, he's an offensive guru. He's a gangster, bro.
Is he offensive minded
Yes.
entirely?
Yes.
He calls the plays. He's in it.
No, he's filthy, bro. He's gonna make any quarterback good.
Then I feel like he might be responsible for a lot of their shortcomings earlier in Drew Brees' career, but that might be me.
No, Drew was immediately good. They won the Super Bowl like the second year.
There's a lot of times where the reason the Saints didn't go deep in the playoffs was because of their defense, and
Yes, but he's not a defensive guy. That's why.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hear you.
Plenty
I mean,
of- yeah.
I think being a culture guy, and then we'll go on to the next thing. It's like if you're a culture guy, but you also have the humility to understand, like, I'm not an offensive guru nor a defensive guru. Let me go ahead and the word I'm thinking is delegate. Delegate those positions to somebody else that's good at that shit. That's what Sean McVay does. He's an offensive guy, but he has a good culture. He's like, let me hire up a good defensive guy. You
Yeah,
know
he's
what I
not
mean?
worried about
Yeah,
the defensive coordinator stealing his job or anything. He's like, you do
No.
your thing. I'm an offense guy.
And we both win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But aren't defensive minded coaches? I feel like they've been more successful than offensive minded coaches. I could be wrong, but I feel like generally like Belichick, Carroll, those are defensive minded guys.
I think that a lot of times you are correct. I think that when Sean McVay was successful, like his first, I mean, he's still successful. Let's not get it twisted. They went to the Super Bowl, and then a lot of teams tried to get offensive-minded people, and that actually was to their detriment. So, yes,
like
I think
Andy
you're
Reid
right.
is the only coach that I recently am aware of that is one with an offensive mind, and he did it when he had Patrick Mahomes, not when he had Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson and, LaShawn McCoy. It was
Well, I mean, Andy Reid was going to the playoffs every year with Donovan McNabb and Michael Vick, and even Alex Smith and
But they
Matt
won-
Castle. He's an offensive guy who's able to put it all together. And now all of a sudden he's got the greatest talent possibly of all time.
So it's just a hell of a mix.
I would love to throw the Super Bowl winners though, and look at are they defensive or offensive minded head coaches?
Yeah, more often than not, defensive.
I
Defensive.
feel like it'd be defense. Yeah,
I agree with that. All right, next one. Sorry, that was a long time, guys. Next. Eagles. Eagles at Cowboys, another divisional game. Cowboys stomped them 37-17.
Jalen Hurts, where were you, I guess, at the end is my only comment.
I know.
You started strong with another bomb to Deshaun Jackson.
That
What
was
a
dope.
beast.
Yeah, that
of
was
course he catches another Hail Mary and
know.
goes to the rack, but it's like, where did you stop playing?
Trav, what do you think about this one? Do you have anything?
Cowboys are kind of putting it together in a weird way at the end of the year. They're getting a little bit of momentum. Next week they can win the division and get in there.
Wait, really quick.
I love how you say
Travis,
that, like putting it
really
together
quick,
in a weird
bro.
way.
Andy Dalton was hurt for a few weeks, so they were really bad then. But like since he's been back, they're kind of good.
I've been telling Andy Dalton's not a bad quarterback. We talked about this in Cincinnati.
I've been saying that too.
No, you've been harping on it, but I haven't been disagreeing. Like we
Okay.
talked about it last week when he was in Cincinnati. He won like 5
Dude.
years in a row. He made the playoffs and won the division and all that shit. Andy Dalton's never been bad.
Never.
But
never.
He's never been like special.
It's just gotten
Well, it
to the
was the
point. It's
Bengals.
gotten to the point where we have a good defense and it's you. You know what I mean? Like that is what. And I also want to just point
gonna
out
look up his
again,
stats.
362 passing yards. That's consistent with a team that always has really good wide receivers.
Yeah.
Which and so it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm just not sold on Andy Dalton being like a difference maker for wins and losses. I'm just not sold on that idea.
Yeah, Cowboys will probably
Well-
have a real quick, Dan. Cowboys will probably have a top
ahead.
15 pick, right? Why not bring Andy Dalton back and draft the guy? What's the
I
harm in
would.
that?
I would.
Let Dak go. You want $50 million a year? Get bent. Like
That's what I'm getting at. Is like, how can you? Just,
I don't want to be ridiculous, but
No.
I was always a fan of them keeping Tony Romo.
I know you said that.
I've always said that. So
I mean, 2,000
honestly,
yards.
I have.
2,000 yards, 14 tutties, and 7 picks, and that's in like a course of 6 or 7 games. So that's pretty good. I'll take that all day. And I don't know if Dak would be much better. Maybe more touchdowns in garbage time, but like that's it. And $50 million versus whatever
It's
you're
just
paying
weird to
Andy
look.
Dalton.
I mean, you look at Dak Prescott. You've had the best O line. You've had Zeke.
I
you've had
know.
amazing. It's like,
Thank you.
how can we compare you to other people?
I know,
You're an
man.
Alabama quarterback. Every Alabama quarterback does well. So for me to compare you,
No, he's
Dak
hard
went
to
to
do.
Mississippi State.
Dak
What?
went to Mississippi State.
No, I'm just. I'm.
Oh,
Are
you're
you
just
talking about
saying
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts?
No,
Okay.
No,
no,
he's saying,
I
like,
say,
product
hey,
of your-
I say
product of-
Dak.
Oh, okay,
I say
gotcha,
Dak.
gotcha.
Ever since you've been on Dallas,
Yeah.
you've been an Alabama quarterback.
I gotcha.
A good running game, a really good O line.
Freak athletes at wide receiver.
Come
yeah.
on, like, I
And
mean,
he's been very suspect when Zeke hasn't got going too, like
it's
forever,
like what,
bro.
like, and you throw like weird interceptions where it's like, I don't know, I'm not sold on you.
I
The
agree.
biggest thing out of this game, though, is this was a fantastic rookie class of quarterbacks. Jalen
Oh,
Hurts is
yeah.
going to be fantastic in Philly. Joe Burrow looks great. Justin Herbert's Justin Herbert. We still haven't seen Jordan Love yet, and then we got Tua Tagovailoa, who we're a little unsure.
Jordan Love is the quarterback of who?
He's
The
in Green
Packers.
Bay, and he looks like he's going to be sitting on the bench for about 4 years.
You know, just like
They got him
Aaron
in the-
did, just
they
like
got him
Aaron
in the-
did, or almost, or whatever.
They got him in the first or the second? Second.
No, they got him in the first.
Oh, the first. They drafted a quarterback for the Packers.
And you know what?
in
Once
the
we
first
get to-
round, Dalton.
And I know we're not really talking about the Packers real quick, but I didn't really talk about it when they were up. But I think everybody was complaining, right? Just off kind of side note, everybody was complaining about the Green Bay Packers not getting Aaron Rodgers help, right? Everyone's like, oh, they didn't even get a receiver and blah, blah, blah. You remember all that?
Yeah.
They did the best thing they could possibly do for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I do.
They drafted a quarterback,
'Cause
which
his
lit
mentals.
a fire under his ass. They could have got the best wide receiver in this draft. He would not have as good of stats. The reason he's good, Aaron called it a comeback year. He's like, F you, Jordan Love, F you, Green Bay Packer organization
Yeah.
for getting a quarterback. I'm going to light this shit up and you wasted a pick. And I think Green Bay had that in the back of their mind because they're a smart organization.
That's a good
They are,
fucking-
yeah.
That's
And they're
an
owned
excellent
by the
point.
city. They're owned by the city.
Yeah, they're owned by fans. And not to mention in the second round, A.J. Dillon, you haven't heard a lot of him this year, have you?
The running back, he had a
Yeah,
hell
I
of a game.
haven't.
Yeah,
I
you know,
I
when you
did.
started hearing, well, now you heard of him because of the snow. They used Aaron Jones all year, and now we're going to roll in the playoffs, and you have the 6 foot, 260-pound physical phenom at running back.
And he's quick with it, bro.
Green Bay was they're playing chess. We're all playing checkers. I think they're
Travis,
killing it.
I
am
never
so
heard
impressed.
that point. I love that point, bro. You're so right. Like Aaron Rodgers is not like the leader of men. He's very narcissistic, and I don't want to talk down, but like he's very much about himself. And he just needs the chip on his shoulder again, bro. And they just brought it on him.
They
They're like,
brought
you
a
know what,
boulder
bro?
and said, you know what,
we're gonna get a fucking quarterback in the first round. I know you need help, but fuck off.
Yeah,
And he's like, you know what? Let me prove you wrong because he's so talented. It's not a question of like this guy's the most talented quarterback in the league right now going, right? Can we all agree on that?
Best
Exactly.
arm talent.
Best arm talent, yeah.
What's more dangerous than a motivated Aaron Rodgers?
God,
That's what I think
filthy.
Green Bay had in their mind.
Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, or Russell Wilson in the clutch.
I mean, come on, stop.
No,
Not
Aaron
Justin
Rodgers
Herbert.
is proving that all these guys that he is the guy right now.
Dude, that's a
great
good
as Pat
point.
is. 44 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Who? Wait, Justin
13
Herbert?
No, Aaron Rodgers. He's
Yeah.
leading the league. 44
and 5, bro. Okay, next game. But Travis, I love that point, bro. I'm gonna think
He's
about
doing
that.
well. I'm a Russell Wilson fan, so I'll say it.
Seahawks Rams.
Dalton, you want to start this one off? We got to sell the
as
score
the-
first. Seahawks 120-9.
Yeah, and I will start this off, and I'll start by playing devil's advocate. Okay,
right, let's hear it.
So,
Careful, we won't agree.
Jared Goff. God, like as a fan, like yeah, we needed to win, but do I feel really comfortable about winning? I feel really bad about your fan base because Jared Goff, you clearly need to get another quarterback. It's bad. He'll win a shootout with Patrick Mahomes, 51-54, and then all of a sudden it's like you just absolutely. I mean, did you watch the game? Because if you did, bad.
Mm-hmm.
But does our franchise like continuously just like we're garbage collectors and we collect so much garbage that we've done well for ourselves, and so like bad quarterback play and we just kind of win that game, and with Russell we'll just win the game. And so I thought that Russell Wilson, and he has obviously gotten his way out of the MVP contention for the last 6 weeks, but this is a Seahawk win and I'll take it. I have really no other comments about it.
Real quick, what have I been saying all along? This defense is going to figure it out.
What do you mean?
Has Travis said that the Seahawks? Because
Travis.
I have said since
Okay.
the beginning.
Hold on,
I
we
have
gotta
said,
wait.
listen, seriously, I've said since the beginning.
I'm so annoyed.
Since the beginning, I have said we have good problems, not bad problems. I say we have problems where Jamal Adams can't cover Stephon Diggs. Shit. Well, it's not that it's out of his capability. He'll figure it out. We have good problems, not bad problems, and now we're on a roll.
Hey, listen.
go ahead.
What I'm going to tell you is when we get Aaron on, just ask him. You can ask him. So
Okay.
it's not me. Say, hey, who's the one that said that the Seahawks defense is going to turn it around? Just ask him that and then see what he says. I promise you'll say me because I've been the one saying
Well,
that.
you've said that, but I have also said that. I said this. Remember, I
Okay.
said Pete Carroll is a defensive. I've been saying this all year. Pete Carroll's a defensive-minded coach. They
Yep.
have the talent. They have injuries. It's going to slowly keep coming together. I feel like that was my quotes for the Seahawks and my power rankings multiple times, slowly coming to form. It's going to come together. Carlos Dunlap, I didn't know that he
I don't know if
made
you put it on.
I didn't know that man still knew how to destroy a tackle and a running back and
He's
sack.
there. Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams are playing fantastic. This defense
KJ
over the last
Wright.
3-4 weeks have been fantastic.
They got a new corner. Who was the guy's name? DJ Clark.
DJ Clark. I mean, he's
And
playing.
then KJ Wright's there, the linebacker. Then you got Quandre Diggs, who's back and healthy. I mean, they got a lot of dudes. But what I take is, I mean, look, if we're gonna blame,
11-4 though. I'll take it.
yeah, I think, man, I've seen Jared Goff look very, very excellent, especially when their head coach took the helm, Sean McVay, and they got rid of Jeff Fisher. But Sean McVay is a quarterback whisperer. That is proving because it was like, dude, Jared Goff looked dog shit, and then he looked really good. And even Sean McVay, the great offensive mind, cannot make Jared Goff look good consistently. And so, look, when you have three very good receivers, like the Rams do, when you have a very serviceable O-line, I'm not going to say their O-line's bad. It's really not. And you still can't find a way to get it done with that coach, well then, bro, like you probably are the problem. And I'm starting to lose faith in Jared Goff, and I mean he's got everything going for him.
I'm
over
in
there.
their division, so I would love for them to continue to keep Jared Goff around. So I am a biased perspective.
But going back on Jared Goff real quick, I mean, I feel like it's kind of dwindled very gradually, right? Like that first
very.
year with Sean McVay, dude looked like Joe Montana out there. He might have a game here where he looks like Ryan Leaf, but it's mainly Joe Montana, right?
God dang
Emphasis on that number 16. I'm trying to keep it there because that's
There.
Jared Goff's number.
Okay.
But then, then they had that MVP season where he like damn near, he was offensive player of the year almost, like they went to the Super Bowl, killed it, right?
Yeah.
And then the following year, it was like I guess last year, it was very just like, okay, he's really good most of the time, but he has games here or there. And this year, I feel like it's 50-50. There's been games where he looks fantastic, and then there's games against Miami.
And then there's games
Seattle,
where he'll have
games against
6
Arizona.
straight 3-and-outs against the Jets.
And the Niners, by the way.
And the Niners, where he just like looks like, dude, are you even a quarterback, let alone a number 1 overall pick, making $190 million? Like, it's just nuts.
With Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods?
Yeah, I agree with you. Sean McVay's too good of an offensive coach for you to have any outings like that.
Facts. All right, next one. Are we done?
We're close.
Titans and Packers.
Oh, we didn't get to this one.
Oh yeah,
This
one is as a Seahawks fan. I'm very I don't want to play the Packers.
Well, Aaron's a Titans fan. He called the Titans would lose. Look, this was an intriguing matchup just because, well, the Titans could run the ball well. They could probably hang with Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, A-Rod's the better quarterback between him and Tannehill. But yeah, A-Rod just got ahead, man, and he's playing pissed off and with a chip on his shoulder, and it looks like he's going to walk his way into being the number 1 seed in that division. Sorry,
Unless they lose next week, which is a hope, but I don't think they will against the Bears and Mitchell Trubisky, I guess, if that's their quarterback.
It's at Soldier Field.
No, I know, but like 4 years ago, I want to say the Bears, they played the Packers at Soldier Field as well, and if they won that game, then they were going to go to the playoffs, and the Packers stomped them to the ground. And I think it'll be the same thing. I really do.
Aaron Rodgers
really
don't like Green Bay or doesn't like Chicago.
Of course not. And you're playing for something, you know what I mean? So it will. I think the Packers do win, unfortunately, and I'm sorry, Thomas, and all my Bears fans out there.
Green Bay out physical the Tennessee Titans. They held Derrick Henry down pretty darn
I know.
good.
Yeah, and especially in the snow, you'd expect a team that has a really good running attack to be the victor. But, I mean, in this case, I feel like the other team laid down. So
That's where I'm kind of at with this whole A.J. Dillon thing. I feel like they've been saving him for the playoffs and the snow and let Aaron Jones kind of run it. So that way, when it does come to that, they got their Mack truck back there fresh and ready to go for the playoffs.
yeah,
Oh, that's a good point, bro. A lot of teams have done that. They've kind of saved the secondary running back for later in the season. Have you noticed?
And Aaron Jones is kind of like a 5'8", real elusive, fast guy, where A.J. Dillon's a tank. And that's great in the snow because you're not going to be able to make those cuts
Yeah,
the same
absolutely.
way. So I think that was just more brilliance from Green Bay.
Perfect. All right, next one. Last one,
I
probably.
think Bills, Patriots.
Oh, no.
Travis is
Bills, Patriots. Bills won convincingly. Patriots are out. Cam Newton probably won't
all right, yo, I'm
keep
going
that
to go
job.
to the bathroom really fast.
You're good, brother. Don't even announce it. Travis's week 16. Oh, we got a little music for this one, right, Chris? Ooh.
Here we go. Travis's Week 16 NFL Power Rankings.
I'm excited.
All right, Chris, let's get this slideshow rolling. At number 10, who do we got? We got the Baltimore Ravens back on the list. Lamar Jackson back in action. We're
Out
out
of Ryman.
Yeah, Ryman is fun. I think so. Well, the Baltimore Ravens playing well. They just smashed the Giants. I mean, Lamar Jackson's progressed a little bit throughout the year. I don't feel like he had a great middle of the season. I think he started well, fell off, and he's kind of got it back going again. Baltimore Ravens, I think, are still a good team. They got a lot of playoff experience, even though it's losing. I think they're going to roll in the wild card game with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they're going to do okay. Maybe not win, but I think Lamar Jackson is going to have a bounce-back season in the playoffs.
He's found a friendly target in Des Bryant, too.
Yes,
Lamar.
he has. All right, Chris, number 9. Indianapolis Colts. AFC South still up for grabs. No one's clinched it yet. Them and the Titans both lost this week, sitting at 10-5. Colts lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, which I'm not like I feel like they could have beaten them. I'm not super hyped on the Steelers.
Yeah.
And then Tennessee got destroyed. I still think that they're a team that doesn't really have a possibility of winning the Super Bowl. I think Phillip Rivers is very limited. I don't think that things have to be perfect for him to be successful, and they're going to probably end up being on the road this playoffs, and I don't believe in him very much. So that's where I'm at with this.
Facts.
All right, 8. Chris? Oh, is it freezing up? I could talk about the Colts some more. There we go. Number 8, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, still also at 10-5. They moved up 2 spots. I know destroying the Detroit Lions isn't that impressive. My quote for this one is turn the Lions into house cats. 47-7, just clinched the playoff berth. First one since 2007, back when Jeff Garcia was a quarterback of the Buccaneers. That's 13 years. Can you believe that? Yeah. Tom Brady threw for 348 yards in the first half, 4 touchdowns, as we know.
Which is just insane.
Bonkers. They're going to be a wild card team. They're not going to make the division, or they're not going to win the division. They can't. They already got it clinched. The Saints do.
But as a Seahawks fan, I don't want to play those guys.
Yeah, I mean, they're just I just feel like Tampa Bay is such a complete team. That receiving core, they got Leonard Fournette. Their offensive line is above average, very much so. They got great linebackers in Devontae David and Devin White. I'm a big fan of this team, and I think that they're going to make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah, Devin White and what's
Levante David.
Levante are both just they fly around to the ball, and so yeah,
Crazy athletes at linebacker.
And when you have Tom Brady, it's like he's never going to lose you the game. He's always right there, and they have weapons, so we will win the game. So
another team I feel like that's coming to form. All right, Chris, number 7. Tennessee Titans dropped a spot after getting smacked. Snow wasn't the only thing getting walked all over Sunday.
Hey, I like it.
Ryan Tannehill didn't have his best game. Derrick Henry didn't have his best game, and that
Ryan
defense had a
Tannehill
bad
was a
game.
non-factor.
He had that nice tutty, that nice long run he got. I just think this is a bad outing for Tennessee. I don't think they were prepared fully. I think Green Bay was hitting on all cylinders. Hopefully the Tennessee Titans can bounce back next week for Aaron's sake and hopefully move a little bit higher on the list for the last week of the season and make the playoffs.
If they lose, are they not in?
There's too much going on right now that I don't know.
That's like hard to look up to.
There's 10 teams.
I'll try to find it while we're
see if you
doing
can
this.
find out. But there's 10 teams right now that don't know whether or not they're going to be in the playoffs.
Gotcha.
Isn't that nuts?
Yes.
Damn, is that like a record? Or
I don't know,
just
probably.
yeah, well.
6, Chris, please. The Seattle Seahawks moved up a spot at 11-4, the best in the West. NFC West champions, Russell Wilson and that defense.
Well, I
want
to ask you this, Travis.
Yes.
Would you want your team to play the Seahawks in the playoffs of all other teams to play?
I would not want to have that kind of playoff run where we just play teams that don't belong there because there's no point in winning those games. You're not going to win the Super Bowl. So if I can go into Seattle and win, which obviously I would be very scared of, it'd be a huge test, I would feel great going forward. So I would want to play them only for the reason being that I want to beat the best teams.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to sit there and say I want to take a cakewalk to the Super Bowl because obviously you're not going to win. You're going to run into teams like Seattle and Green Bay. But to accept your premise, I guess, no, I don't want to face them. They're dangerous.
You don't
They're
want to
killing
play
it.
Russell Wilson.
You got DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and just all these guys out here killing it. Seattle, I think, is going to be a big noisemaker in the playoffs. Got them at 6.
All right.
Number 5, please, Chris. Pittsburgh Steelers dropped 1. I don't love this team. Not your father's Steelers, and being that they're not usually the typical Steelers that run the ball and play they obviously play great defense, but
Gotcha.
Big Ben leads the league in pass attempts. Just it's not the Steelers.
He
They're
leads
not-
the league in pass attempts.
Yeah, it's not your typical Steelers team. So
Do you know who's like second or third in that? Do you know?
in pass attempts, I know Justin Herbert. I think is like 4th.
Yeah, that was the name I was kind of.
Yeah, and he didn't play a game. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah,
Crazy.
That means he's just throwing that thing.
we can't run
He's
the damn
hucking
ball.
Yeah, I know. We have bad running game.
Yeah, I'm just not crazy about these Steelers. I was tempted to put Seattle in front of them, but out of respect for the record, I put them at 5. All right, number 4, please, Chris. New Orleans Saints. Alvin. Reference to Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Kamara.
Nice.
Because Alvin Kamara had 6 touchdowns. Obviously, I think that they're going to meet Seattle in the divisional round, and it's going to be spectacular.
God, that's going to be a lit game.
I think it's going to be a fun-ass game, and I'm super excited to watch all these playoff games coming up, but Saints hitting on all cylinders right now. I wouldn't want to see them either.
I wouldn't want to see them because they always get done dirty in the playoffs, and they're just way
Against
too talented.
Seattle.
Well, wouldn't you want to play them in the playoffs then so they get done dirty and you win?
No, dude, because I just think there's
I want-
there's going to be a
I'll play
time.
'em.
Yeah? I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we don't have the 12th man right now, but we have embarrassed them twice.
Yeah.
Twice. Big time. Big time.
And really, you could game plan for
Huge.
Drew Brees at this stage of his career. It's like, well, he's throwing the quick slants, and
Well, right now
that's
it's
about
sad
it.
because what they have right now is what they missed throughout Drew Brees' career. Drew Brees needed a defense like this a long time ago. Now they have
3
it.
years ago they would have won the whole thing. 4 years
now
ago,
they have it. It's Drew
Oh, it
Brees'
sucks.
career is, to be honest, especially with the Rams, that PI that happened. Like, I feel so bad for Drew Brees' career. Not only has he gotten dominated in Seattle, but that PI that one time against the Rams, that was unbelievable. So he's had some bad playoff droughts. Not, Aaron Rodgers isn't as bad playoff drought wise as like Drew Brees, but I feel really bad about Drew Brees' playoff drought.
I don't know, man. It's like he hasn't been able
Not
to.
his playoff drought, just his
Luck, his fortune.
How do you
Luck
feel?
in
How
his
do you
playoffs,
feel about
in
like
his playoffs.
Phillip Rivers? How do you feel about like
Well,
Matthew
that guy doesn't
Stafford?
make it
How
to
do
the
you-
playoffs.
Well, that's
Those
what I'm
guys don't
saying.
make it to the playoffs.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So,
You know what
so
I mean?
I
It's
would
like
damn near feel worse for Drew Brees because you're in that situation and you don't capitalize early in your career because of your defense, and then now they have the defense, and it's like you're looking like Peyton Manning towards the end of his career, can't throw the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Well, Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl that last year, remember?
And they had an amazing defense.
With a noodle as an arm.
Yeah, and he was the sheriff.
And a great running game.
It's respect. He was the sheriff. Yeah,
no, but
course.
it's a little
and
bit
like
of a
the
mirror
year
image.
before, and the year before, their offense was the best
And
all
we
time.
smacked them.
And the Seahawks
Yep,
smacked
yep.
them, which was crazy.
All right, Chris, number
2
3,
years before.
please. Now, this team is 12-3, not 11-3. They just won tonight. This tonight game, it's the biggest game in 20 years. The first time they won the division, 20 years.
And also,
No. They won the division last week. Fact. Everybody, right now, they won the division last week.
I think they clinched a playoff berth last week. Because Miami is 11 and is 10-5.
10-4, yeah.
And they just lost. So they clinched a playoff spot.
Okay.
Cool your jets, Starsky.
But also, here's a little fun fact, and then Travis, hit your thing.
Yeah.
The Bills were the first team in their division to sweep the Patriots since 2000 when Bill Belichick took that job, bro. So for 20 years.
The
The Bills swept the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
No one else has done that in a single season than the Bills for 20 years, bro.
Well, the
which
Bills
is crazy.
The Bills are sitting in a great spot because you know what's very consistent about the AFC East is they suck. And now that the Bills, the Dolphins are good too now, and the Patriots, maybe this could be a division to, look out for.
We'll see how Tua goes, though, bro.
We'll see how Tua looks, and we'll see what happens in New York. They got a lot of room to improve over there. And then New England is New England. They can be 13-3 next year, and I won't be shocked.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
All right, let's
Just a
move to number
quarterback
2,
away.
please, Chris. Green Bay Packers at 12-3. A-Rod for MV Bree.
You know what? I'm
Nice.
probably
The cheese.
I'm probably the most biased person ever when it comes to because I'm a Russell Wilson fan and Aaron Rodgers this year, you're the MVP.
It's hard to swallow for some people, especially.
He's been playing like it. He is the MVP.
I feel like there's been a 3-way race for a while now between Russ, A-Rod, and
Mahomes.
But
Right now,
he's separated.
Right now, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Unless Aaron Rodgers goes out there and throws 0 touchdowns, doesn't win the game and throws 4 picks, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
He's going to win the MVP. Patrick Mahomes not only had a bad week, he's had a bad December. And I think this Green Bay Packers team is most likely going to meet the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and that's going to be a freaking amazing Super Bowl.
I feel just this year when I watch Aaron Rodgers, just to comment real quick, I feel like he's played it very, 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 very safe, in a lot of different ways. Watching that first drive where they threw the touchdown to Devontae Adams, it's well, no shit, you haven't thrown 4 picks, bro. You're throwing all these little quick slants, you're doing Drew Brees shit. I expect that from Drew, but I've seen in the years past. And again, I love this dude, but I'm just seeing a different A-Rod. This dude used to gunsling it. He used to throw just some back shoulder fades. He was throwing up ignorant shit off his back foot and just being dope. And he hasn't really showed much of that, bro. He's just been very careful and safe and that's cool, but it's not really fun to watch for me. And I don't know what you guys think about that. I'm just kind of talking.
No, I'm super on board with what you're saying because this is the excuse I made at the beginning of the year. Last year, Aaron Rodgers' stats, I believe he had 26 touchdowns and 2 picks.
Yeah.
Not a gunslinger. He's only had double digits sorry, let me clear up for a second. He's only had double digit interceptions for a season twice in his entire career. Every other time it's been single digits. And the last time he threw double digits, he won the Super Bowl. There has something to do with that gunslinger mentality I don't care about my stats. I have to go get this win. I have to go get this drive. Whereas Aaron Rodgers isn't a guy who's going to try to squeeze it in. He's not going to throw an iffy pass anymore. But, to their credit, they're going to be 13-3. He's going to win the MVP, and this team looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, I hear you 100%, Dan. I'm on board with what you're saying.
Yeah.
But, it's working.
It is, bro. As far as quarterbacks, I like Mahomes because he lets it sling still, and still doesn't have that many picks. I think he has 4 or 5 also, which is really incredible. So
I think he has 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Still not bad though.
Not bad.
All right, next.
All right, who we got at number 1? I'm itching to see. Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs. 14-1, cruising to the 1 seed. These guys are destroying the league as they usually do. But here's a little bit of a fun fact that you guys might not know. Over the last 7 weeks, they have not covered the spread. So obviously they're winning, which is as expected, but data shows that they're a little bit underperforming. And I think that has to do with Andy Reid trying to evolve the offense and trying new things to keep the guys engaged, 1, and then 2, to kind of continue to try to evolve so they don't get too stagnant what they do and be predictable. So I'm not trying to take away from anything on that, but still being 14-1 with tinkering around. This is a National Football League. You know, the Jags have one game. No matter what they do, they can't win, and these guys are screwing around and have lost one game. Unbelievable what they're doing in Kansas City. What do you guys think?
I agree with you. I think that the Chiefs are a little bit bored in the regular season. I mean, I look at it as basketball teams that have been really good, like when Kobe would three-peat and stuff like that. They were just like, yeah, we're waiting to get to the playoffs.
They were never the 1 seed, you know that?
Yeah, I know, because they're just kind of coasting it through. And, like, the Chiefs are coasting, but they're still the 1 seed, which is scary as shit. Like, they're not really trying, bro. Like,
And
you can see that.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like his last couple games, like, yeah, they haven't been, like, what they should. But it's like, just comes back and wins them. And that is what being the best quarterback in the league means.
Yeah, it's just so weird how the
filthy.
Chiefs work. Like, they'll be down, and you'll be like, okay, but they're going to win. Like, you know, like, oh, yeah, we know what's going to happen. Like, I'm not tripping.
Yeah,
It's
literally,
just-
They have a plethora of talent all over the place and really good coaching, and it's insane, bro. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Patrick Mahomes plays the position. It's just like, dude, he extends the play every time. And it's like,
Yeah.
I just don't know how you don't game plan for it.
That last game against the Saints
Just
last
don't.
week was very impressive because the Saints D linemen were getting after him, bro, but he was just running, making dudes miss, and still getting the ball off and just off his back foot. And I'm like, oh, God, I don't know if anyone could do that in the league right now the way he's doing it. Like, he's so...
You know who he reminds me of? I know we've been talking about this guy a lot, but he reminds me of a combination between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. He's precise. He can run around. He's got crazy arm talent, but he's got that gunslinger mentality of Brett. It's like he has the best qualities from both of them.
Bro, he's like...
I agree with that.
I think Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, and then throw a little bit of Russell Wilson as far as, like, just being elusive and getting, you know,
Well, that was
moving
good
around.
more with A-Rod on that. I mean, back in
Definitely.
his heyday, Aaron Rodgers was running around as well.
He
but
was,
I
and he
feel you.
still can a little bit. Yeah, no, I hear you, but, oh, man. Anyways.
Well, I said this to Daniel. Aaron Rodgers is like Mookie Betts playing quarterback.
No,
It's-
you said Russell Wilson's Mookie Betts.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. Russell Wilson's like Mookie Betts playing quarterback. Very athletic guy. Could be playing shortstop in the MLB. That's the kind of guy we're looking at. But with Mahomes and Herbert and Josh Allen, these guys are the kind of guys where it's like, I will wait till the last second, and I will off the back of my foot, airmail a ball 60 yards and have it be an incompletion.
Yeah, I like that. I like your point about that. That's really good.
They will be that,
Well, there's my top 10. Chris, you want to give us the overview? There she blows.
This is for, oh, yes, this is the overview.
Anything you guys would disagree with? Move around.
Not off the top of my head. I agree with it. It looks good, my friend. I'm pleased.
Yeah, honestly, looks great.
Gruel.
Bucks maybe higher.
Yeah, they could be. I'm a big fan of them. I think they're going to make.
They're
some
very
noise in the
much
playoffs.
trending in the right direction.
Bucks
right
should
now.
be where the Seahawks are, and maybe the Seahawks are true the Bucks. But that's, and I'm being as unbiased as possible. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's it.
All right, cool. Let's move on to the next thing. What do we got, Chris?
Our
Ooh,
pick'em.
week 16 pick'ems. Instead of Aaron, we're going with Dalton this week. Let me get to the board.
Yes, I'm excited. All right, put your little mic on. Should I start it while you're getting over there? I'll start it. The first game, we've got the Chargers at the Chiefs. Now, this game is even, okay? And the reason this game is even is because the Chiefs have locked up the number 1 seed, so they have nothing to play for, and they're probably not going to start a lot of guys. So it makes a lot of sense to me, okay? With that being said, it's just a straight-up pick, guys. Are the Chargers or the Chiefs going to win this game? I don't want to start. Dalton, you want to go?
I mean, and the Chiefs are playing their guys.
No, they're not going to because
we don't know.
Well, we don't
you guys
know.
can hear me good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they've locked up the 1 seed. So
then the Chargers are gonna
It's in
win because
Arrowhead,
Mahomes is not playing. I mean, if he does it, Chargers.
okay. Travis.
All right, I'll take this one. I think the Chargers are going to win. And I think that Patrick Mahomes will play. I don't think guys like Tyreek Hill or Le'Veon Bell, and I don't think the guys
Travis
that are kind of
Kelce?
banged up. I don't think the Knicks guys are going to play.
Yeah.
But I think that they're going to.
Especially on defense.
Yeah, I think that they're.
Tyrann Mathieu and
I
all
think
them.
they're going to continue to get a little bit more momentum. I think that they're going to start hitting the Jets. I think they're going to try, but I also think the Chargers are going to try their ass off as well. I think a lot of guys in the locker room respect Anthony Lynn. They're rolling. They won 3 games in a row. I think they're going to get this W, and I'm taking the Chargers in Arrowhead. And I don't take the Chargers.
No, you've never have. I'll be different, just to be different, because I went last, and I have to do that. You're Travis, not Aaron.
You're H.
But you're Travis, not A.
Why did I put Aaron?
You're wilding right now because you're like you've never seen you over the Chargers. That's why.
Yeah.
I'll pick the Chiefs. I don't
H is
know,
for
man.
Haley.
I
Since
think
you guys
that
are both D.
I picked the Chiefs just because I do want Anthony Lynn not to go out on a good note and like have the possibility of us keeping him because he won
not
4
going
in a
anywhere.
row
It's
and like
not happening.
I hope not, but like Travis, come on, bro, he's
gonna
he's
stay.
got another year on his contract.
He's going to
and-
stay. I'm telling you, he's not getting fired.
I know, and that sucks. No, Dalton, remember you were so adamant, and I was like, no, talk to Travis about it.
He's not gonna
It's
get
because our owner is cheap, bro, and we have another year to pay him, and we're not going to eat the freaking cap.
Like, what are they
Or
going to
not
do?
the cap, but the
are they
money.
going to pay Anthony Lynn $5 million next year and then pay Urban Meyer or Eric Bieniemy or whoever $10 million on top of that? No, they're already the cheapest team in the league. They're going to bring him back for his final year of his contract. We're going to suck, and then they're going to fire him and look for another bum, and then we're going to just rinse and repeat.
I could
Yeah.
see going both ways.
So I hope the Chiefs win. Anyways, next
Next
one.
game, Steelers at Cleveland. Cleveland is favored by 7. Steelers have their spot locked up. Browns need to play or need to win to get in. So that's where they're sitting at.
If the Browns have everybody, the Browns are winning.
They should have.
They should have everybody, I believe.
Then,
So you pick the Browns?
But by 7, it's a 7-point spread.
Yeah, basically, do you think the Browns will beat them by 7? Or
oh God,
you can
the
say they
spread.
win, but they win by 3, and then you pick the Steelers.
Yeah, I'll pick the Steelers actually, and this is just for my own betting purposes moving forward. I do want to see how well I'll do, but I would pick the Steelers if
Yeah.
I was betting money right now.
I feel very comfortable picking the Steelers as well. I don't
For
necessarily.
7, yeah.
I don't necessarily know. I think the Browns may win, but I don't necessarily know that. And if I had to go heads up, like I don't know, bro. Like I'm not I don't believe in Baker Mayfield like a lot of people do, and everyone knows that about
And I
me.
was wrong on my last take. You were correct.
About what?
Just Baker Mayfield.
Oh, was I saying he sucks or good?
I said he had one good game. That one good game.
Oh, yeah.
And
Then
I
that's
was
probably
like-
the next week he came on.
Yeah, and Travis is like, I feel the exact opposite. And basically what Travis said is exactly what I believe. So, yeah.
You guys should listen to me more often. I'm pretty smart.
Yeah.
Just kidding, but I am taking the.
If you
I'm
listen, I bash on Baker. Anyways,
I'm taking the Browns.
okay.
I don't think the Steelers. I don't like I said. The Chiefs are going to play guys. I don't think the Steelers will.
Yeah.
I think they're older. I think they're going to sit dudes. Cleveland is going to run the shit out of the ball, and I think they're going to win by like 14.
Can I
17
change
points.
mine over to the Browns?
Don't just do
No.
that because Travis. You're fine with your pick, bro. Just watch the Browns.
I
Will,
don't. With the
Do you want to
spread,
change?
I know the Browns are going to make it closer than 7. That's all I'm saying.
Do you want to change?
Yes.
You can change if you want.
Browns
Oh
are
my
beating the
God.
spread. Please, everyone.
Travis
quote me
has
now.
always just done that, and I'm gonna be so.
No, but
Sorry,
I
I'm
do
so
agree with
convincing.
him.
I should be a lawyer.
I'm gonna text.
Hey, you want
I
to switch
gotta
over
put it-
too, Dan? You want
No,
to switch?
no, absolutely not. I stick to my guns.
Still
bro.
can.
All right,
I'm
cool.
gonna-
Next game, Packers at Bears. Packers favored by 5.5. I'm going to take this one. I think the Packers are going to win by more than 5.5.
Oh gosh.
Dalton, what do you got?
I'm sending this to the group chat. Dalton changed his pick on the Browns. Don't forget.
Yeah,
Chris,
please.
you're on that too, bro.
Please, let's.
All right,
not
Dalton, what
Because
you
I-
got? Packers, Bears, Packers by 5.5 in Soldier Field. What do you think?
Oh gosh. Well, Bears.
Da
Bears.
Bears.
I am a Seahawks fan, so I have to.
Oh no! The Packers will win by probably 10 plus. Really,
You're with me, doggy.
I absolutely feel that way. I mean, the Bears. Yeah. They,
Ooh, Cardinals and Rams is a good one.
okay.
You got anything more to say about that?
Yeah. Sorry.
Trubisky ran up on the 4 least ranked defenses in the NFL the last 4 weeks, and he lost to one of those. And yeah, he's going to be bad.
Bet.
So, all right,
Next game, Cardinals at Rams. Rams are favored by 1.5.
Oh yeah,
Dan, start it.
the Rams are going to win, baby. And yeah, that's it.
Well, first of all, Sean McVay losing 2 in a row is very, very, very uncharacteristic, and they did that with forget the Jets, and then they lose to the Seahawks. I couldn't pick against the Rams on this game, but what's the spread again?
1.5.
So it's
I'll
basically
pick
pick
the
'em.
fucking Rams.
Yeah.
There you go.
Of course you will.
Of course, yeah, that's an easy one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I think under normal circumstances, I would pick the Rams as well, but I feel like they're crumbling.
Okay.
They lost to the Jets. They just got destroyed by the Seahawks and looked really, really bad. I don't know if this Jared Goff and company have the mental fortitude and makeup to do it. So
But do you
I'm
think-
going to go on
They
a limb.
have to.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm not confident in this, but
All
it's
right.
kind of my upset.
Cardinals.
I think the Cardinals are going to win this game.
No, yes.
I think the Cardinals are going to win this game. I think the Rams are crumbling. I think they're falling.
You know
apart.
what Aaron Donald said in that locker room though?
What a
He's
beast.
like, you motherfuckers, we are gonna get our shit together this week, and but in a better way. And he hyped them all up, and like, you're not gonna not listen to Aaron Donald, bro. They're gonna win the game.
I don't
by
care who
1.5.
Jared Goff listens to. He sucks.
I know, that's facts. What's that bottom game? I got a big
Final
old bright
game,
light in my
Seahawks
eyes.
at 49ers.
Okay.
Seahawks favored by 4.5. Dalton, you want to kick it off or go last?
Go last.
All right, I think Seahawks are going to crush them. I think Seahawks are going to roll in there. They're going to roll up on them. San Francisco is going to have all the injuries that they already have, kind of have it mailed in a little bit. Seahawks have time to play for, so I'm going with Seahawks.
It's for something. It's for the one overall seed.
Well, if the Packers lose-
The
Yeah,
Packers
yeah.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
Saints lose.
I-
Saints are playing
actually,
the
hold
Bears.
on,
Saints
hold
are playing
on.
the Bears. Packers are playing who?
The Packers
Are playing the Bears.
are playing the Bears, so this is a 10 o'clock game.
Ooh.
This is on the West Coast, so it's a 1 o'clock game.
Mm.
I'm changing my pick. I think the Niners. I like that 4.5 points. I think Seahawks are going to be locked into where they're at. And I think the Packers are going to win, so they're going to rest guys. That's
God.
why I think the Niners. I don't know if they'll necessarily
you
win
picked the Packers. Yeah, I feel you.
because this is an early game. This is going to be decided before this game starts.
Dude,
That's why, and I think the Packers are going to kill the Bears. So that's why I'm changing my pick to the 49ers. So Seahawks are obviously better, but I think they're going to have a lot of, like, they're going to rest dudes. They're not going to trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll never bet the Seahawks with the spread. I mean, I guess maybe I will, but
Dan?
Yeah, I mean, based on what I said, if the Packers win, then the Seahawks will rest, dude. So I'll pick the Niners too.
I'm convincing everybody.
No, you're not.
You would have thought of that if I didn't
you
say
would
it.
not. You would not have. You would not have. Travis is very convincing.
No, why?
It's
I don't
fine.
know.
I'm
He
If
did
I
a
picked
really
the
good
Packers
point.
to win, he just that's new information. That wasn't a fucking. Oh,
I
he
just
swayed
the
my
only thing I
opinion.
disagree with Travis is that I don't think it matters who we're playing. I think we're going to decide to play our guys or we're not.
Why would you?
But by
why would you
halftime, wouldn't you just,
Dalton?
like-
Why would you decide to play your guys if the Packers win and they're playing for nothing? Why would you play Russell Wilson?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what we're saying.
All right.
What do you got, Dalton?
You all, by the way, you picked the Bears to win. So with that premise, you would want the Seahawks to win, and they
Right?
I'm not conservative. I'm not good at betting. I will take. I'll
Just
take
take the Seahawks.
Let's
Thank you.
go.
You made that way harder than it had to be. We know who
I'm
you were
s-
picking.
I'm picking the Seahawks.
Nice.
All right. That was
right,
our last
Blowing
game.
these clowns out. Fuck 49ers.
All right, Chris, make sure to put whoever's on blast that needs to be put on blast. Probably me for next week. Yeah. What do we got? We got.
I
Aaron.
have a very contingent pick, though. You know, I switched my pick.
I like it. We got Aaron's MVP race. Let's
we got to give him a ring.
let's give him a ring. Aaron. Here's this while we're going. Is Aaron ready? I hope so.
Oh, I love this one coming up. This is a good one.
There it is. That was fresh. Look at Aaron's little praying.
God,
hands.
what an identical photo that is up there.
I know.
Hey, we're ringing.
Okay. Isn't that cool? It's on Bluetooth.
Is it just on speaker or is it?
No,
It's just
it's
talking to the thing. It's going to be
It's
in the
on
headphones.
Bluetooth through Chris's system. That's how good he is.
This jerk off better pick up.
God, that'd be
Hey,
embarrassing.
let's talk shit on Aaron before he answers the phone. Titans.
I don't remember the
Look
last
bad.
time a phone call went to Aaron.
Oh, this is unfortunate. We're taking the L right now. Oh no.
Double dial, Dan.
Yeah, double.
Yeah, we'll double
Of
dial.
course. It's on Do Not Disturb, obviously.
Please leave your message.
Oh, Aaron. One more time. One more
This
time.
reminds me of work all over again. Jesus. I actually triple dial.
We have the.
The old.
we got?
Oh,
That means he.
did he hang up on
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
He's
not-
mid-wipe.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Hello. Is this Aaron Mossbarger? What the heck? Oh, sorry. Can you hear me, Aaron? Aaron, do you copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, there he is.
Heyo.
Hello, Aaron. We are here about to do your top 5 NFL MVP race. Do you want to talk about your Christmas, though, first?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Got some new clothes for my kind of big thing. Spent time with grandparents and stuff. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I'm ready. Top 5. You guys don't mind?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's run it, bro.
Who we got number 5, Chris? We got Travis Kelce still on the top 5. 11 touchdowns,
Dude, I
105
love it.
receptions. Let's go, Aaron. What you got?
Okay, broke the tight end record that George Kittle put up with yards by tight end in a season. It's like he's a walking 100 yards or 80 yards and a touchdown.
Facts.
Tight ends do more than that, though.
Facts.
So I always like to play around with the number 5 on this. So just recognizing just the amazing year that Travis Kelce has, and I know Daniel knows because he had him on his fantasy team. But
Even though I lost you, Dick.
yeah, speaking of that fantasy, by the way, you get targeted to the fucking champ right now.
We already gave recognition while you were off the pod, okay? But no,
All right,
congrats,
one
brother.
more, though.
Congrats. Aaron won. He was the 4th lowest scoring team of the fantasy, which that's not bashing, but guess what? He got hot like Joe Flacco on the Ravens, and he won the whole thing, bro.
He got
so
his payout
shout out
like
to
Joe
you, my
Flacco.
guy. And he got his payout like Jay Flax. So that's good for you, brother, and proud of you for that. So there's Travis at number 5.
I do think that Travis Kelce is going to be up for Offensive Player of the Year. Him and Devontae Adams, I think, and even Tyreek Hill, I think those guys can actually compete for that award. Whereas I think the MVP.
Or the running back on the Titans.
Oh yeah, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry,
definitely
too.
in
And
for
that's what I'm
Offensive Player
saying.
of the
It's
Year.
like, is this who do we think should be the MVP, or do you think who do we think will be the MVP?
I think once we get
I
to
think
number
it's
one, I
pretty
think they're
clear
the same.
favorites at the top right now.
Yeah.
All right, what you got number 4, Chris?
Let's go ahead and jump into number 4 then, if you want to.
We're there. Let's
Jay
hear it.
Allen.
After the game that he had tonight against the Pats as well, just solidified that he is the best quarterback in that division now that Brady's gone. This guy's a stud. I wasn't too high on him when he had, kind of 5 bad weeks in a row, but, having, probably 4,300 yards now. Dude, this guy's a stud, and he's getting hot at the right time. The Bills look scary. The Bills look like probably the second best team in the league right now, and I would not want to see them in the playoffs, and Josh Allen is a huge reason why.
100% agree.
Good call, Aaron. He had 320 yards. Completion percentage was very high, 27 to 36. 4 tutties, 0 picks, bro, against not a bad defense in the Patriots. So that was a hell of a game.
Yeah, big fan of this one. Josh Allen and the Bills are number 3 on my top 10 power ranking, as you'll see when you listen to the podcast back. And I think Josh Allen is a huge reason why he's shredded it this year. And I guess I was wrong on him. I watched one game of him this year. That was against the Chargers. I wasn't really impressed, but after watching a little bit more, definitely deserves to be up there. That was my bad.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of hard because, I watched him against the Titans, and he looked really suspect. And we beat him 42-14, but I swear after that, he's just been tearing the league up. And I think it's going to be a top 5 candidate for years to come, the way they've been playing and the way Stephon Diggs has been playing, leads the league in reception. So, yeah, that team's just rolling with him. But let's go ahead and jump number 3.
D. Henry, bro.
Shredded.
He had a marginal game. Again, and the Titans absolutely got fucking rolled by the Packers. I called that, by the way, on a.
You
I
did.
thought they were going to lose.
You went 4-1 in the pick'ems.
You went 4-1.
That was sad.
I just felt it. I mean, as much as I'm a Titans fan, I'm also a realistic fan. So dude, we just didn't have enough. I didn't know how any of our guys were going to respond being in cold and Lambeau. Derrick Henry still had a quiet 96 yards.
Oh, wow. I didn't
Like, fuck me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, very.
Was that
quiet.
rushing or was that combined? I mean, how many rushing did he have, Aaron?
96?
That's rushing. He had 96 rushing yards this last game.
Fuck
And
me,
it was
bro.
quiet,
I thought
you
he
know what I
did
mean?
bad. God damn. That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. It's like 2
Oh,
yards away
God.
from being a game that we.
I had no idea. Okay, sorry.
I can't
Go ahead.
imagine who number 2 is.
Dude, that's what I had to say about Derrick Henry. He didn't really do too much. He could have jumped up in the MVP race if he had like a 200-yard game and we won that game on the back of him.
Yeah.
Since it didn't happen, no movement. I don't think he has any chance of winning it now. Offensive Player of the Year, like you said, I think that's a realistic chance, but I think Kelce and Travis as well, or Travis Kelce and also Tyreek Hill all have realistic chances at that. Okay, number 2 is Mahomes.
Yeah.
There it is.
I think him only scoring 17 against Atlanta, this was the week to separate the 2 MVP candidates in my mind, and they did. They separated. And, Mahomes is still Mahomes, and he'll be an MVP candidate for the next 15 years, and it sucks to be a Charger fan in that position because you're never going to win it.
Dick.
But it's Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers absolutely dismantled the Titans' miserable defense. We had 29th ranked pass defense, so I knew it was going to happen. Him and Devontae Adams have an unreal connection. I called the MVP season at the beginning of the year, and I think he wins it all. I think this last week kind of solidified that. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Hey, Aaron, this is something we were talking about. Curious to get your perspective because I'm sure you watched the whole game or at least until after halftime.
As long
'cause
as you could take it.
I know the Lakers were playing and we were talking about that a little bit last night, but like what I saw from A-Rod and kind of what I've been seeing from him a lot this year is the fact that he really has played it safe, kind of like Drew Brees, like, like 2 years ago and past, he's just been like the dude where he's getting a pass rush, he's running, he's throwing a ball off his back foot 30 yards downfield off a back shoulder fade, and just like disgusting stuff that no other guy can do. And this year it's been a lot of like quick slants, like some just safe throws, bro.
More
like,
surgical instead of down the field.
surgical. You know what I mean? And that shows. Like he's had a lack of picks the last 2 years. He has 7 picks in the last 2 years, and a lot of touchdowns. Completion percentage is high. Do you agree with that, or do you? I mean, you give me your perspective, bro.
It's literally designed like that. Matt LaFleur being the offensive coordinator for the Titans right before he went to the Packers, that's how he kind of tried to use Mariota on just quick throws. But when he went over to the Packers the first year, and Aaron Rodgers went 29-2 last year and 28-2 with and everyone's like, oh my god, what happened? And it's because he was trying to adjust to Matt LaFleur's, and because Aaron, like you said, is used to just throwing it deep and having balls. It seems of steel just a throwing it deep, kind of like how Brett Favre used to be, but even more efficiently. I think he bought into Matt LaFleur. I think that's the difference. The completion percentage is 71%. That's fucking unheard of.
Yeah.
40. He just bought in, and it's showing and it's paying off for everyone. Looking at Devontae Adams, a guy that's averaging 110 yards and a touchdown and a half a game right now.
Crazy.
So I think it's unreal, and I think it's going to be the Packers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I thought the Titans had a chance, but after watching what Tannehill couldn't do in Lambeau and what our defense looks like right now, I don't think we have a chance now. So
Who do you think
I think it's Aaron Rodgers' Super Bowl to lose.
Who do you think is going to be the NFC Championship?
I want to say the Saints. I want to see the Saints and the Packers, but I'd never count Russell out. So I don't know. I think it's going to be Seahawks. I think the Seahawks squeeze in there somehow, just because Russ does Russ things when Russ needs to.
Yeah, I think the whole NFC playoffs is going to be a hell of a lot of fun with Tampa Bay as a wild card, and then you got the Saints, the Packers, and the Seahawks who could all kind of beat each other, and then you got like whatever the Rams if they make it.
I think it's crazy with the AFC. I'm sure you guys saw this or at least talked about this. How there's 5 teams that are 10-5 right now.
Yeah, there's 10 teams right now.
And
there's 10 teams in the NFL right now that don't know whether or not they'll be in the playoffs with 1 week to go.
Crazy.
That's nuts.
The Titans, if they win next week, could be the AFC South champs. If they lose, they could possibly miss the playoffs.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's insane.
It's been a crazy year, very lopsided. Lots of top heavy and bottom heavy, not a lot of middle feeders.
Where do you think the Chargers? What do you think their playoff picture looks like this year?
Are they still alive?
Aaron?
No.
No, I'm kidding. Just fucking around. I always got to throw that in there. Well, damn, that's a good list. I don't know if I would change anything.
Oh, no, I think it's
I wouldn't either.
I like Kelsey being in there, bro. I respect that. Like
I could see that be Devontae Adams.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, you could see that being Devontae.
That's the only reason why I asked who should rather than like who do you think. That's the only reason why I was like, I think Kelsey could be an MVP candidate, but I don't think that's what
the media would say or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I think Aaron Rodgers will and should and deserves.
I think
it, 100%.
and I'm saying throwing that towel. Yeah.
But I definitely think that guys like Travis Kelce and Derrick Henry so much deserve to be the Offensive Player of the Year. I think
I know.
because MVP is such a quarterback award.
Yeah.
They got to really prioritize making the Offensive Player of the Year not a quarterback. And I would love to see it go to Derrick Henry. And it'd be nuts to see Travis Kelce at tight end get that.
Both of those dudes are like they deserve it. Kelsey and Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, I'm sad, man. I was hoping D. Henry could surpass the 2,000-yard mark, and I didn't know
he not.
He's close. He's at like 1,800, so
he's got
1,790 and some change, right?
Last year, though, his last game, he was the rushing record, so I wouldn't put it back.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have the rushing record. That's
two
fact.
more games we could see him go for
440.
One more.
One more. Yeah.
Shit.
But he's been lit.
Yeah, he had to average 160 in the last 2 games to get there, and so he got 98 or 96 this last game. So I don't see it happening, even though Texans have a terrible rush defense. But he will absolutely get the Russian title. I don't think that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
question. He'll be the first one since LT to get back-to-back Russian titles.
Oh wow,
Dude, that'd be nasty if he just pulled up with 204 quick ones. Because like
that'd be
you
crazy.
could
Does he just
you
need
could see him doing
204?
that.
Does he need 204?
Yeah, 204, and he's done that. He's done that. Like I wouldn't be shocked. But anyways, Aaron, well, thanks for hopping on, bro, and giving us your take. But any parting shots?
No, man. Yeah, I'm glad you guys called. I'm glad I got to do that. Enjoy the rest of the pod. I'll be listening when I come back. But yeah, dude. I'm excited for the rest of the season. The Lakers lost, by the way. We did not look too good, but that's okay.
Oh, that's hurt. Well, thanks for that.
That's
bad
a perfect
news. Damn
segue
it.
into basketball.
That is a perfect segue.
I
We're
got
gonna hop
it.
onto the basketball, but thank you, Aaron. Love you, brother, and we'll see you next week for sure.
All right, my guy.
All right, later, guys. Take it easy.
Later, bro. Bye.
All right, well, that's Aaron's top 5 MVPs, and I have no
God, I
gripes
didn't know the
with it.
Lakers lost, but okay. There we go.
Well, wow, they got – oh, wait, no, that was this week's games. NBA recap. Any big things happened this week? We're going to roll into this quick. That whole thing started, right? The whole shebang started last week a little bit before Christmas. And then Lakers opened up against the Clippers, lost. Nets looked amazing. The Mavericks kind of looked rough at first, but then they dismantled the Clippers. There's a handful of different things going on. Anything stick out to you, at least player-wise, Dalton, that you want to talk about?
Jeez. It's not that I'm not a big NBA fan. It's just that, like, I just don't look at it like games where it's like in the NFL. I don't know. I'm more team-oriented when it comes to the NFL. But player-wise, my comments I'd have to make about it is I hear Kawhi this, Kawhi that. I also hear Giannis this, Giannis that. Why is LeBron always so consistently there? Is that not because he's the best? You know what I mean?
It's incredible the things that he can do at this age. Like that dunk after he sprained an ankle. Like he rolled an ankle and was laying on the floor.
Yesterday?
And then and then 2 plays later, he just drove down the lane and piped it on some dude's head.
We looked so good, bro, yesterday.
Like it's unbelievable, this guy's consistency. And I think even now, like this team, after watching him the first 3 games, I didn't get to watch tonight's game.
No.
They're worn. I think that this team is just 2 months after a title run where they just one of the most difficult, rigorous things in the world to be in that bubble.
Yeah,
Playoff games every other day.
For 90 days, bro.
They were in the bubble 101 days.
Oh, sorry,
That's
101.
just crazy.
That's damn near 4 months, bro.
And that's what the NFL should do right now. Go into a bubble.
For the playoffs.
For the
I don't-
playoffs?
Yeah.
Go into a bubble.
Oh, they probably will do that.
Stop with the Browns. Have 4 missing guys. That's like Baker Mayfield's Christmas. I have guys that are missing. That's why I didn't win.
No, you got to put you got to put
We'll
a bye.
see you win with the. Come on, yeah.
I'm 100% on board. You need to set up a bubble. They should have been working on this all year because it's
Maybe
stupid.
they are. Maybe they are. Who knows?
They could be.
That'd be very smart. So we're just talking recap right now?
Yeah, recap. I want to talk about the Nets a little bit and Kyrie and what's his name? Kevin Durant back looking good. KD didn't play tonight.
Well, they lost to the Hornets
They
yesterday.
did. But I think that a reason because of the Nets' such hot start has a lot to do with the fact that Kyrie and KD didn't play for a year and they're fresh, whereas 90%, well, not 90%, but 22 teams out of 30 went to the bubble and went through all those rigorous things, and especially the Lakers being 2 months out. I just think that they're fresh and they're playing well because that's what they do. They score. They're pure scorers. There's not a whole lot of passing and dissecting for the team around them. They're just guys that you plug and go shoot the ball, and that's what they do.
Spencer Dinwiddie got injured. He's out for the year now.
That's
I mean, the Nets pride themselves on a very good depth, and they do have one, but Spencer was a big part, bro. I can tell you that right now. He's very long, good backup point guard, could start in a lot of different teams. He's out. I see no threat in the Nets with him out now. And just based on how they look this year so far in 3-4 games, very small sample size. I understand the Lakers are 2-2, but I do think that the Lakers will win barring any injuries, and I will knock on wood for that. I feel very confident about that.
Yeah, I think the Nets will come out of the East. I think the Celtics looked very subpar.
God,
they lost
yeah.
against the Pacers and they barely beat.
Sabonis is lit on the Pacers.
They beat that. I can't remember who they played, but Jason Tatum banked in a horrible shot to win it.
Over
Yeah.
Giannis, yeah, too.
Yeah,
the
that.
Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks. I don't think the Celtics have it. The Pacers are going to be a great regular season team. I don't see them doing anything in the playoffs. Same thing goes with teams like the Raptors and blah blah blah. But
You think the Pellies make it?
Right now, if we were to conclude on playoffs, you would think Lakers, number 1. You would think the Clippers, but I mean, after last game, when we see Paul George clearly not being a competitor.
Yeah.
Like, are you talking about like who you think the biggest threat in the West is?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like if we could talk about the NBA all day long, but if we're talking about like who's an actual like who's gonna win, it'd be like the Lakers, and then the Clippers. When you see Paul George, I mean, man, you had Christmas the day before, so did everybody.
Yeah. There's always seems to be excuse, like when Paul George was saying, I had 2 shoulder surgeries. Doc Rivers didn't put us in a good position to win. This, that. It's like, dude, shut up.
It's like you're clearly not playing as well as everybody thinks that you should.
I just feel like Paul George keeps saying, like, this one's on me, this one's on me. Well, it's like, okay, then start winning. You're a good player.
Paul George is like a fucking tennis player. Like you don't look like you're trying when you're out there. Unlike you and Federer wins. You don't win.
Baker Mayfield's also been saying this one's on me.
Sure.
And we know how I feel about it. Did you hear him say that?
God, we had this.
He's like, I know that
I put the ball on the ground 3 times. Like, it's on me, man. I got to be better.
He's like, I know that my receivers are out due to COVID, and I know it's like, well, you're saying what the reason actually was.
If
like,
we all know that.
Stupid. Yeah, I know. But nope. Don't worry about that. This one's on me. Shame on you guys for saying it's my other receivers. It's like,
have we ever gone an episode without talking about Baker Day?
Sorry, bro.
It's okay.
I just think Paul George pulled the Baker Mayfield.
Paul George pulled the Baker Mayfield.
God,
I love it.
I don't know though. I mean, I don't have much to say. It's very early right now. I think the Pacers will make some noise out of the East. I think they'll be a top 4 seed. I don't feel wrong about saying that.
Super early. Steph Curry, very good player.
Yes, wonderful to see him back.
I saw this meme today, and they were talking about. It said, "Don't forget that Russell Westbrook took this Thunder team to the playoffs, and they were like a 5th seed. Why are you cutting Steph Curry slack?" And the team had Sabonis on it, who's the number 1 for the Pacers
right now.
It had
Victor Oladipo.
It had Victor Oladipo, and it had Steven Adams, and then they had fucking Andre Roberson, who's like a top 5 defender in the league. Their team was so stacked. I'm like, this is insane. Like, obviously, you guys don't know anything about basketball.
You know how much better Victor Oladipo and Sabonis got once they left Russell Westbrook?
Way better. And how about KD, too, by the way?
They both became Pro Bowlers. They both became All-Stars.
All-Stars, yeah.
Overnight.
And, yeah, I'm sorry.
First year. I know. Russell holds people back, but hey, whatever it is, what it is. I don't know. I don't have a lot to talk about basketball.
Well, I got a question for you guys. Like, do you think that the Lakers roster, do you think that there will ever be any kind of mishaps? Do you think Dennis Schroeder will get salty if he gets moved to the bench? Do you think Trez will get mad for not getting minutes? Do you think the chemistry is as tight as last year?
Fuck no.
I was talking about it with this guy at work today because he was talking about how we don't have JaVale and we don't have Dwight, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, that's a lot of length." I'm like, "Yeah, but in the playoffs, I feel like,
dude, right now, I think Michael Jordan could join the Lakers and be benched, and everybody knows damn well when they come to the Lakers, it's LeBron finishing his career off, and he's still the GOAT. I don't.
Maybe Michael Jordan at like 55 or whatever he is now. I'll buy that.
I mean, there's my point. It's like I just don't really think that, to answer your thing,
like he'll take it without causing
I think they already
problems.
have what's going on, and basically anybody that wants to step in will do anything to win. So if they need to literally be benched, like Deion Waiters and
Deion's out though, right?
And who else? But Deion Waiters and J.R. Smith. So we had Deion Waiters and J.R. Smith on the bench. So I think a lot of other people will be more than willing to like be on the bench for another Laker championship.
What I'll say is that, I mean, LeBron's just look. Dalton was talking about, maybe this was off the podcast, but you're talking about Ray Allen who hit that 3-point shot for the Heat in Game 6, and let me just go.
Yeah.
LeBron's just really good at getting the most out of his guys, bro. He commands greatness from everybody around him. But Michael did that too, by the way. But the way that LeBron does it is much more graceful. All his guys actually like him. He's not going to punch one of his players in the face like Michael did to Steve
Michael
Kerr.
never.
And no disrespect to Mike. There's different ways to do things. But, man, like, LeBron does get the best out of his guys, bro. And these defenders are trying their damnedest. Like,
Team-wise, Michael never had what or LeBron never had what Michael had.
I think he does this year. This team
maybe
is stacked. But the thing that kind of catches my eye the most that I've seen out of this very young season is
I still have more.
I don't know if – sorry, you want to keep going?
No, go. I'll finish it after.
Okay, cool. I was just thinking I don't know if it's just because I haven't watched enough of him, but Dennis Schroeder, I don't really like his body language. Something about the way he runs around out there. He's not a big off the ball guy, I feel like. Once he has the ball, he's played great. He's able to slash and get to the hoop.
Sorry, yeah.
And then be able to hit mid-range shots and stuff like that. But I feel like Dennis Schroeder hasn't really – I don't know. I feel like something's off with him. I don't think he's 100% happy. I could be wrong. It just could just be how the way he plays and the way he moves.
But he's starting, right?
Yeah, he's starting.
He plays like a tennis player. Like,
Yeah.
or is this guy trying or is he not? Like,
But Taylor Horton-Tucker looking exactly like he did in the preseason. Every time he
yeah.
steps out there, he's shredding it. That's just another rich getting richer. Kyle Kuzma's out here playing like Kyle
he's
Kuzma
balling,
we thought
bro.
he would be. He's playing great.
And for the contract we got him at, it's like, yeah, that was a steal. Like, oh
Steal,
my god,
especially you got Luke Kennard getting $64 million.
dude! And he was 2 of 13 with like 4 points in the starting rotation for the Clippers. Insane.
I think,
Sorry, go ahead.
I think Kyle Kuzma, I think the reason he's flourishing the most is because he's played a lot with Marc Gasol and Dennis Schroeder. And I think personally, Rajon Rondo held Kuzma back a lot last year. I think
Sure, that
Kuzma
makes
was
sense.
consistently cutting off the ball. I think he was always hustling, and
Yeah.
Rondo kind of waited. Rondo was a very patient point guard. If Kuz cut too early in the shot clock, he's not going to risk that pass, whereas guys like Marc Gasol, he's got the length and the ability to pass it around and over people, and I think Dennis Schroeder is such a good passer himself, and LeBron's LeBron. I think Kyle Kuzma's going to have a fantastic year.
Yes, I totally agree with you. I think oh my God, he looks as good as he's looked since his rookie year where he was shooting at 40% clip from the 3-point line. He looks really good. You're right, bro. Like, let me just break down all the guys, all the newbies real quick.
Let's talk about it. It's a fun convo.
I know it is. And like people may get bored, but there's only 20 of you guys anyway. So it really is what it is. And so Marc Gasol, bro, great addition. He's an outstanding passer. He looks good with LeBron. I mean, LeBron and him did the give and go several times yesterday. He looks really good, and he's gonna impact with 20 minutes a game, bro.
Yeah.
20 minutes a game.
15 to 20 minutes.
You're an old head, but you can pass the ball well. You're gonna keep everybody moving. Kuzma's gonna be cutting harder because they know you're looking for the dime piece. As far as on the defensive end, I mean, he's older, okay, and that is what it is. Schroeder, I'm not as down on Schroeder as you are. I'll pay a little bit better attention to his body language next time. I haven't looked at it as much as you, but I think he was relatively efficient the last few games. And
No, he's played well.
He has played well.
Dennis Schroeder reminds me of a two guard that plays good defense that a lot of teams will be like, yeah, we'll take him.
I mean, he's a great slasher. He shot at a 40% clip
slasher,
in the corner,
yeah.
and he shot very well from the 3-point line last year. His threes aren't falling yet early, but it's early, bro. And then who else we got newbies?
Tyler Horton-Tucker, he counts.
Taylor Horton-Tucker looks really good.
What college did he play at?
I think he went to Missouri.
Yeah, he was a rookie last year. We
that
drafted
name,
him.
That name is legendary. Taylor Horton-Tucker.
Yeah. He's
Everybody
dope.
knows about him, right?
THT.
And then Montrez, bro. I know Aaron was kind of down on his defensive performances the last 2 games. I think last game he was much better. His offense, he's shooting like 80% right now, by the way.
Yeah.
80% from the field, not from the free throw line. Okay, so dude, he's very efficient, and he tries really hard on defense, so I respect him a lot. I think he'll be very good for us. And then the one that I was actually a little bit down on was Wes Matthews.
Oh, God, he's been awful.
He's been really bad, bro. And no one's really said anything. It's like he actually looks like a little bit lost. Like he's had turnovers. He's missing all his threes that are wide open, bro. LeBron's been diming him up. He's got that afro look now. It's
Yeah, I don't like it.
Maybe pop that into some braids or
Let's
shave
put it in
that
some
or
braids. I don't like it out
something,
like that.
bro. Like, come on.
I feel like his balance is off because of it. I always think like, dude, your hair, that's why you're missing all these shots.
I know, and he's always been a good dude. Like, at least hit your threes, but he's been bad. He hasn't been great on defense. That's the one I've been a little down on. I still think he turns it around as well. I'm very hyped on this team. I think our defense, like, dude, everybody's on the string, bro. It's like,
Yeah, the way they
Caruso dives over there into the corner, and LeBron comes up, steps up. Like, everyone's trying their damnedest for LeBron, and like, that's just what he does, bro. He commands greatness, and I'm happy with the team.
No,
thus far.
I'm happy with the team as well. I just think they're a little gassed. I think they're coasting.
Definitely.
And based off of all the things that you said, I 100% agree with everything. I think Marc Gasol, I think he's going to be a great positional defender. He's going to be able to guard guys in the post when we need him to.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get the ball up at the elbow and stand around with his 20-foot wingspan and
hit that three when he's open,
He's
too.
going to hit all those threes. He's going to be great for what we need him to do.
Facts.
And it's based off of Trez. Like, Aaron and my brother Sam text me about every single game talking about how bad he is on defense, and I agree. He's not going to be a guy who's going to protect the rim against bigger dudes, but he's going to try. And the difference between him and guys like Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee is he can guard guards. He can guard wings. He can step out.
And you know what else he did last year?
Rebound the shit out of the ball.
And you know what else he did besides that? He led the league in charges taken, which is
did
a
he?
very good stat. Okay,
That's a great stat.
And I think he had 2 charges taken on him last game. So, I mean, yeah, sure. Like I see him do bad on defense, but
Montrezl
like,
Harrell.
God dang, like, cool. JaVale's a better defender. Is he a better offensive player than fucking Trez? Hell no, never ever. He's not dropping 20 points in a game. So, I mean, I'll take Trez. Bro, you know, for the downside on defense, he's really not that bad. He actually tries very hard, and he's bought into the system. So, yes, I'm happy to have him.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off that, I feel like Montrezl Harrell, where guys kind of see it is on isolation plays where a center kind of backs him down or out-rebounds him and then shoots over him. It's a super bad look, and you always notice it.
Yeah,
and I think that
I know.
happens 3 to 4 times a game, which is, you know.
That happens to our team a lot.
It happens, yeah, exactly. It happens, but he also puts up like 18 points a game shooting on 80%, and I think that's a fair trade-off, whereas
God,
JaVale's
that's a
giving
hell
you
of a
4
trade-off.
points a game. And,
Yeah.
you know, getting cooked by guards. You know, it's just this whole deal, and
And-
I think that the string that you're talking about, I think that's all we really need to worry about. If
Yes.
we're going to get out-rebounded 3 times a game and get put back, it's going to happen. They're going to
And
score.
by the way, JaVale's really not a good rebounder either. So
Yeah, he's always been a subpar
He got
rebounder.
just absolutely bodied from behind all the
Yeah.
time. I love JaVale, so let's not get it twisted. He can bother your shot more than Montrez, but like, yeah, well, let's really talk about who's good at what, and you know, there's trade-offs to this.
Yeah,
whole
and I think that the Lakers made all the right trade-offs. I think that this team is going to coast, and I think I could see the Phoenix Suns being a top 4 seed. I know that's a lot to say.
no,
I want to just fast forward to next year. LeBron is 1 championship away from being the GOAT.
Hey, I don't want to get too far. I don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse. We still got to get it done this year.
I know.
But yeah, that would be. If we got 5 already.
Should we hop into our juego?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We're good.
Any
Oh
more
wait,
NBA
so like,
talk?
because this was like an NBA look. I don't know if you guys were talking about both of these and the
We
same
kind of were.
go.
We kind of were. But look at
Yeah.
that. Can we appreciate this picture?
That's really
Look at my
cool.
boy LeBron's lineup, dude. His barber worked on him for 4 hours, spray painted in the bald spots.
His
He
barber's
looks
been
lit. Let's
working.
go.
His barber's been working on that hairline for years.
God
They have it
dang.
down.
And this picture of James Harden's a little old because he put on some weight during this offseason.
Yeah,
That's
Paul
after
of a
he
face
went to a couple strip clubs.
and Jokic still looks a little chunky in the face too.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
He
But-
stood out.
Yeah, Chris, we kind of stuck them together a little
No,
bit.
no problem, no problem.
But we are ready to go into the game.
Yes. Where's it? There it is.
I just got a quick one that's real fun. What we're gonna do?
Are we all playing or is just
We're all gonna play.
all right?
But you
nice.
guys are going to be on a team and you get 3 strikes. I don't know how you'd probably do really well with Aaron. I think Aaron is good at this stuff, more
Damn
than
it.
you are.
I suck
We'll see
at
how
this.
Dalton is. Chris, I know
Come
you're
on,
not
Dalton.
the nerd that we are, but you can help out when you need to.
Chris is gonna just pull something out of his back pocket.
He will.
I feel good about that.
So this year is 2020, right? The last 10 years, can you name me the last 10 NFL number 1 overall draft picks?
Okay. Yeah.
And you got 3 strikes and you get 1 hint.
Okay. We could do this.
All right. You guys want to start?
Okay.
together.
Yeah, we're as a team.
You can correlate
Okay.
a team. And you don't
So-
need to go in order, obviously.
All right. So Chase.
The last
Chase.
10? The last
yes,
10?
Last
10 years.
10.
Chase Young, Cam Newton.
No, hold on. We'll start. Chase Young is number. Chase Young. Trav.
No.
Wait, what?
Joe Burrow was number 1. Chase Young went 2 to Washington.
fuck me.
Strike 1.
God, that's god awful.
Jeez. This is going to be a harder list than I thought.
God.
Why
Oh,
don't you
I'm
slow-
so upset with myself.
Chase
Cam
Young went
Newton.
2.
Cam Newton has definitely been in the last 10. So yeah, we.
Wasn't he? Was Cam Newton number 1?
Are you guys going to go with Cam Newton?
No,
No, he's not number one. He's
We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone.
No,
Okay.
he's correct.
Oh, Jared Goff is one. Jared Goff is one. Yeah, he was. He's number 1.
You going with Jared Goff?
How
How come every
wait,
time
hold
I
on.
ask you to confirm?
Oh God, I'm scared now.
All right, fine. You guys get 2 hints. This is
Okay,
bad.
hold on.
You haven't even gotten 1 yet? I literally said a guy 5 seconds ago.
Hold on, dude. Shut up.
No, Daniel, listen to me. I said his name 10 seconds ago.
I missed
when
it.
you picked
Oh, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, great job.
Yeah.
There's 1.
That means
Okay.
we're really
Jeez,
about
guys,
to
this is a
Chris,
rough
do you
one.
have
botch
anything?
this list.
So we got 9
I got
more.
shit.
Okay. Okay, we got 9 more.
Oh,
Daniel's
God.
favorite guy,
Really? Do I love him? Oh, Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, 2018. So we got
Okay.
2 out of 10. You guys are going to need a little bit of help.
Okay, hold on. That was kind of a hint, but like we'll just not take it as a hint.
There's 2 on here that are hard.
No. Jared Goff was one. Or did Carson Wentz go above him? I can't remember, bro. No. It was either Jared or Carson. It was Jared, bro. Oh, okay. Did Mitch Trubisky go number 1? Fuck.
Stop. I don't, dude. I actually am really. I actually don't know.
God, Aaron would be much better than you.
Aaron would be a much better partner.
I'm
You
sorry.
want to call a lifeline?
I know.
Okay, I'm going
Is
to
this
give you a
the
few
cash
more
cab?
hints.
Let's just take a hint. One hint.
Okay.
Give
We're
us
bad.
offense or defense.
You've said
No,
two of
no.
their names so far.
Okay, well then,
Cam Newton.
yeah.
Cam Newton, 2011, number 1.
I knew he was. Okay, that's good.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray last year, 2019. There we go, getting a little bit of a roll here.
Okay. Do you think
and
Mitch
then-
Trubisky's one?
No,
No, he's not.
You only have one strike.
Okay.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck, 2012.
Nice. Now we're rolling, baby.
We're doing well, you guys. There's two on here that I don't expect you to know off the top of your dome. The rest you should get.
Okay, Jadeveon Clowney.
Jadeveon Clowney, 2014. Well done.
Nice. I was thinking defense.
Okay,
I
what
know
are the
the
what are,
next
wait,
one is defense.
got-
Wait.
you
What
got
are
the
the
last
what are the
three.
years that we need?
You got the last three: Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Baker
Okay,
Mayfield.
What are the years we need?
2017 you don't have. 2016 you don't have. 2015
Lamar Jackson.
he was.
No.
2015 you don't have. Jadeveon Clowney.
He was like the second round, bro. For the Ravens.
Jadeveon Clowney, 2014 you got. Andrew Luck and Cam Newton in 2011-12. So you need 10, 13, 15, 16, 17.
Okay. God, before Cam's gonna be a tough one because I don't remember that.
I doubt this was a tough one.
Okay. I swear, it's either Jared Goff or Carson Wentz. You want to go Jared Goff? I think it's him.
I'm drawing blanks on both those names.
Jared
Goff, 2016.
Heyo.
You remember the Rams traded like 3 first-round picks to move up and get him?
Yeah, I know. It's like crazy.
They did it the day of Kobe Bryant's final game where he dropped 60. But they waited till the next day to announce it so Kobe Bryant could have his day.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't
Remember
know that. Yeah, wow.
So we don't have 2015, right?
You need 17, 15, 13, 10.
17.
Gosh.
We do have one more hint. We won't use
I'm going
it
to tell
yet.
you. Okay, good.
Can we use?
You want to use another
Yes.
hint? It's our last hint, though. That's all right. We need it. Go ahead, Travis. Uh-oh.
All right, so out of the final 5, let me
Yes,
think of
sir.
a good hint.
You're like, 3 of them are black. Well, thanks, dude, for that one. Appreciate that. Jeez. It's like, obviously.
There's only one defensive player left on here, and the rest are quarterbacks and 1 tackle. So 1 tackle, 1 defensive player, and the rest are quarterbacks.
Okay, that's actually very
That's a good
helpful.
hint.
3 quarterbacks, a tackle, and a defensive player.
Yep.
Okay.
God, this is why
So 20.
games like this.
I know. Dude, that's... You know how hard it is when they're like, what jersey number is so-and-so? I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, what jersey number is
Odell
Pau
Beckham.
Gasol? You know, you can't get it.
16, right?
Good man.
Yes.
All right, we got to get going. You guys are stalling too much. Who's the
Okay.
defensive player? Think real hard. Who has number 1 overall picks a lot?
The Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett.
Miles Garrett.
Nice!
Oh, I'm very proud of myself.
There we go. You got
That's
the
fire.
defensive player, so you got 3 quarterbacks and a tackle.
Oh, 3. Okay, so 3. And who are the other quarterbacks that we have?
Oh, sorry. You guys only have 2 quarterbacks and a tackle. You guys only have 3 left.
And a offensive tackle.
Yes, you have 3.
Laramie Tunsil.
No, he was like 7. Stop that.
Laramie Tunsil actually fell to like the 2nd round because remember that gas
The
mask that he
marijuana
wore?
thing. Yeah.
All right, so
I
you
thought
guys
he fell
got
to like 7, but maybe not.
you got 2 tackles.
No, 2 quarterbacks.
Two quarterbacks and a tackle.
Oh. The first overall was the guy on the Chiefs. Yeah.
What's
What's
his
his name?
name?
Come on. What's the tackle's
What?
name on the
The left
Chiefs?
tackle?
On the Chiefs. Come on. He was the guy on Hard Knocks that went up against who's number
JJ
9?
Watt.
Yeah,
Who's
against
number
JJ.
99?
Oh, yeah, the right tackle.
And he says who's 90? Jake Michael. He played at Texas A&M. We all know his name. Come on, Josh Michael, Jake Michael, something bullshit like that. Like, what's his name? No,
Wait, no, he's a relative of other Matthews.
Is
Is
it-
his last name Jake No, it's not Jake Matthews.
it's his name.
I think he's a relative of the
it's on the
Matthews.
Chiefs.
Go away from the Jays.
Jorge. Oh, that's also. a J.
Also a J.
I thought that was with an H.
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
You're like that guy.
I have
You're like
no
that guy
idea.
on what's it called?
Family Feud.
Family Feud. Name
What
11
starts with an H? Jorge. Or no.
Jose.
Oh, Jose.
And
Yeah,
they're all
Jose.
like clapping and shit.
That was
He's the guy
hilarious.
on the
They're like,
Chiefs.
oh my god.
Dude, he's
Do you
the
guys
guy
wanna
on the
come back to
Chiefs.
him?
His
You still
dad-
have
Yeah,
two
we'll come back. We got
quarterbacks.
2
His
quarterbacks.
dad
We got.
came out during the thing, and
I know, but
Is
we
he
got
gonna
2
go up
quarterbacks.
against
We got 2 quarterbacks. Let's run it with them.
Michaelson. Fuck. 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know.
One of
We're
them's
just
not in the league.
Johnny
Jamarcus
Manziel.
Russell. Oh, Johnny Manziel, bro.
Number 1 overall.
No, he went dead last. He went like last in the first round, bro. Stop.
I was so.
That was
Okay.
so wrong.
Since you obviously couldn't even get the tackle, who was also, but you got the team, I'm gonna give you the 2 teams. Okay.
Was it Matthews though? He was the Matthews.
That's what I said. Jake Matthews.
That's
you
what
going
I
with that?
said. Yeah, but you said it was
No,
wrong.
it's not.
Okay, so we're done. We took an L.
You have one more.
I don't know. I can't think of the quarterbacks, bro. I
Okay,
don't know
one
why.
of them.
Andrew Luck.
You already got him.
Oh,
2010 on the Rams. Who did they draft number 1 overall at quarterback?
Oh God, they got a quarterback in
Out of
2010?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, drawing a blank on that.
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
Oh,
No,
Sam
God,
Bradford.
that seemed 2010. Too.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
sounds about right. Sam
And then he got
Bradford, yeah.
injured all the time. And okay,
Yeah, I told you that one's going to be tough. And the other one, I can't believe you guys didn't get.
what do we got? Was this
Jameis
our,
Winston.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah.
And the
Aaron-
tackle
Aaron
you're
would've
looking
got that
for
for
is
us.
Eric Fisher.
Damn it.
That's a tough one.
But
I
is
knew
he
you were-
related to some people, right?
I don't think so. I think
No?
you're thinking of
Whoa.
Jake Long, the left tackle that got
No.
drafted by Miami Dolphins, whose dad was Howie Long.
Nope.
He walked out with him in 2007.
I was thinking of the dude that got drafted by the
Thinking of
Falcons.
a different Jake Michaels or
Jake Matthews he's a tackle for the Falcons, I think.
He's
No,
one.
no,
He's a
no.
part of the. He was a number one overall pick.
did anybody
No,
see
he wasn't.
did anybody see the Hard Knocks when it was like it was the
Well, that's who he's talking
Houston
about.
Texans,
Yeah.
and their rookie was like Jake Matthews.
It was Jake Matthews, yeah, but that's not. He wasn't number 1
Yeah.
overall.
No, it wasn't okay.
It wasn't the Texans
That's what I
rookie.
was saying. That's what I was saying. So
Oh,
then
yeah,
who
it was.
So it was
It was.
Jameis Winston, and then who did we not get?
Sam Bradford. You guys got
Yeah,
the
so
rest.
Jameis
So you guys
and
got
Sam
the
Bradford. Those are tough.
the 2 hardest. I didn't expect you to get Eric Fisher or Sam Bradford. Those are difficult. But Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
I did.
we-
and it was Eric Fisher.
It was Eric Fisher. Yeah.
Nice.
Good, valiant effort.
Good games. All right. Well, hey, appreciate y'all for listening.
All right, Dalton.
Dalton, thanks for coming on, bro. You have any parting shots? You want to talk to your fan base out there?
You know what? Like and subscribe, baby. Content rules all in 2020. Let's go.
There's our handles.
You want to shout us out?
Yeah, hey, on Instagram, everybody, go follow SBS Podcast on Instagram.
There you go.
For the Instagram handle, it's SBS Podcast, okay? And then for YouTube, everybody knows what YouTube is. It's Sports and BS. So for the Instagram handle, SBS Podcast. For YouTube, Sports and BS. Type it up. Let's go.
And then we got for Chris, our very talented producer, who makes us look much better than we really are.
Yeah, can I give a quick shout out to Chris? He's everybody, if you're a content creator, Chris will do your content for you. He'll edit everything. So go ahead.
Facts, bro. Chris is like Phillip Rivers on the Chargers all those years where we were dog shit and he made us much marginal. Let's call it marginal. And so that's impressive in itself, bro. So Chris, shout out at Copy and Steal on Instagram. Hit him up. Inquiries as far as, you want to create content. You want to build a brand. I know he helped one of Gabby's, my fiance's friends, build a whole, what do you call that, Chris? Like a graphic, really?
No, I ended up just helping her build a brand.
Just a brand.
I'm working on a website soon, so I'll be having there'll be more prices and packages and everything that I'll be offering soon coming together.
Yeah.
Soon.
And by the way, you guys, like the reason he never says anything is because like he has a lot of people hitting him up. So his time is valuable. So like jump on it right
Basically,
now.
if you're somebody that has good ideas, he's exactly who you need to link with.
Oh my God. Of course
I mean,
it is.
Chris will do your podcast. So, I mean, period. Done. End of
good
story.
news.
Like, you will. And he's going to do mine.
Hey, all right, brother. Well, hey, appreciate y'all. We'll catch you next Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how we're feeling. And
Depending
have
on
a
what
good,
we feel
have a
that
good
week.
New Year's, and we'll catch you next year, because it's going to
Nice one,
be
dude.
2021.
2021, the best
Nailed it.
podcast yet.
See you guys.
Oh, yes.
See you guys next year.
Dive into the end zone, jump ball, and it is. Is it caught? Is it caught? Oh my goodness, it's caught! DeAndre Hopkins caught it! He